What is going on this amazing Saturday night? I am home alone. I am actually home in a decent time, so I am going to go ahead and do a live stream earlier tonight because what was it? Earlier this week we had a problem. My son would not stop crying. It really went downhill from there. Of course, I do apologize about that. I promised you guys we'd hook you up with some stuff, and we're gonna hook you up some stuff now. Let me make sure our lights are on in the garage. There we go. So it's nice and bright in here for you guys. Welcome, 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 welcome. You guys are all welcome into the hangout. Again, I was going to do some stuff today. It just didn't get done. But you will see tomorrow's video is on Meguiar's 3-in-1 wax. That will be on tomorrow. A lot of you all, if you haven't watched yesterday's video using the Walmart PowerFit foam cannon, wow, amazing results for, like, I think it was like $15.99, $16. Stellar results. Highly recommended if you're not willing to buy a foam cannon online or you just want to get it. I'm telling you, go check it out, that video. If wait till tomorrow, you guys can see Meguiar's video on my friend's 370Z. I'm going to try and get another car over here tomorrow. We'll make some more tests on there with another product, but we'll see what we can do. He already told me he might be able to come over. We're just crossing our fingers now. I'm thinking about trying, if I do get his car over here, and put some Jack's Wax on here, as one of my subscribers gave this to me before he went back up to Ohio, so putting some Jack's Wax spray sealant on there. But again, I'm not 100% sure. If nothing else, I am going to put on, so the Civic Type R is there, as you can see. I'm actually going to be putting on glass ceramic coating to all the glass, and if I have the time, I got to go buy I want to go get a proper jack, you know what I mean, jack at the cars. I have the jack stands I got from Amazon, but I want to put on the Deluxe from CarPro, the wheel ceramic coating on there. So these are videos you will probably be seeing in the next week. What are we saying? What's we want? Best YouTuber. I appreciate that, Adam. I appreciate that, man. Thanks so much, man. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I am going to be doing a giveaway tonight because I have to make up for earlier this week when my wife and my son, it all blew up the last time I had the live stream. I promised I was going to do a giveaway. It all went downhill when my son just started blasting and going crazy on me. Of course, he woke up my wife like I knew he would, and she came off on me. So that's basically what happened after I cut off the live stream the other day, and I never got to do a giveaway, so I do apologize if you were here on that night. I think it was like Tuesday night or something like that. It just all went downhill, and I couldn't do the giveaway, and I do apologize, guys. I want to make up for that tonight because, again, I'm home alone. My wife and son is up in Jacksonville, Florida, so I am getting to do whatever I want to do today, and it has been nice. The summer is coming. Dude, it's hot here. It's been like high 80s already. I mean, it's warm. The garage is open. I mowed the backyard today. Did some stuff around the house, whatever. I'm thinking about maybe cleaning up the inside of the house tonight. Don't know. See if I'm feeling it or not. What type of ceramic? So Austin, I have for the wheels is going to be CarPro's. They're Acc0rd Deluxe. I'll show it to you, buddy. This is for the wheels. This is their professional line for plastic and wheel protection. So this is what I'm going to actually put on the Civic Type R wheels to really protect it because the brake dust is out of control in that car. Same kind of way it is on the GTR in here. And for the glass, my brother, I'm going to put on more CarPro, of course. Their professional line glass protectant. It's called Flyby by Forte. Flyby Forte. So there you go. This is their professional line of glass sealant. This is what's going to be actually going on. You know what? I'll just leave it out. This is what's actually going to be going on the actual Type R. Because that is my daily. Rainy season is starting to get here. It rained while I was at work last night. That was fun. Because I'm all driving and moving the trucks around all night long, and it started raining, and I was like, oh crap, I didn't bring a rain jacket. So thankfully it didn't last, but yeah, I would really, really want to get that car, because it's my daily car, really protected there. Please pick me. Gotta love the kids. Yeah, woo, after a early live stream. Yeah, your wife's probably watching, like, damn it. No, my wife doesn't watch anything on YouTube. Mid-70s here. Yeah, for right now, I'd say it's right around 80 degrees tonight. It's not bad. It's kind of breezy. I have the garage door open, as you can tell, so it's not too bad. How much about for that? So the Deluxe here was, I want to say it's around like 30-something dollars, maybe right $38, somewhere around that for the wheel. And I want to say it's 30 milliliters. So it's a decent sized bottle. For the glass stuff from CarPro, this is only a small bottle. It's only, well, it says it's 15 milliliters, 15, so it's a very small bottle. And this is their professional grade ceramic coating for glass, and it was only $29. Again, size of the bottle makes a difference because I have the 50 milliliter size bottle for the regular Acc0rds, and that's, I think it was $75 for that. So just giving you an idea, the bigger bottle you go, usually the more expensive it gets. That's the way it goes. Raining season already. Yes, it's just now starting. Last night it got really black and we got light rain at work. We had rain twice this week, so it'll be time that I'll be mowing the grass all the time and fighting with the rain, which kind of sucks, but that's Florida for you in the summer. What's going on, Sean? How you doing, buddy? Timor, rainy season has stopped in LA. I like Chemical Guy's new ceramic spray wax. I haven't even tried it. The problem I find with Chemical Guys, most of their products are kind of meh, just okay, you know. None of them, there's only a few products that I would say are even better than a lot of Walmart over-the-counter products like Meguiar's and other stuff like that. Most of those, I like their stuff better. Now, Chemical Guys make some great foam cannon soap. I really like it. I like their Jet Seal. Their Jet Seal's fine. Some of their stuff like wheel cleaners and stuff are fine. But I'm not saying they're going to be mind-blowing products. And when I see that, I've already saw some comments when people were asking on the Chemical Guys Facebook thing when they were advertising it all and saying how much SiO2 is in it, and they just like danced all around the question. They're not going to answer all those questions and blah blah. Everybody's like, yeah, about that. If I had to tell, I'm telling you right now, if I had to steer you in the way of that, just get the Mother CMX. You should see how the water repelling still with this stuff is stellar. I highly recommend this stuff over probably Chemical Guys any day of the week. You should try Chemical Guys some water wash. Yeah, I'm thinking about this wash. Maybe tomorrow, if I have time, I can go to the Orlando Chemical Guys store. But that's so. It's not even in Orlando, guys. It's 2 counties away. It's way up there in Seminole County. I think it's in like Altamont Springs. So it's probably about a 45-minute drive from here on a good day. Have you tried Chemical Guys Hydro? No. I haven't tried any of that for you guys. No. Let's see the detail closer. Have you guys thought about detailing your carrier truck? Do it. My carrier truck. Let's see the detail closet. Have you ever... does that stuff work on the powder coat? I don't know. Honestly, I didn't actually check and see if it was, but you could obviously probably read up on it online. I can't believe school almost over. I agree, Chemical Guys. Prom is expensive. Costs them $155. Get ready for it, man. A suit that's really nothing. I mean, so before my wife's brother's wedding, what was it? Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. I bought a brand new suit and it was like $450, and that was just an average Joe suit. That wasn't even a high-end suit. So you better get ready for the high-end dressing stuff because you know, wearing all that crap is expensive, and on top of that, you probably won't wear it that much, which sucks unless you're in some kind of high-end corporate job. Other than that, you really won't wear it that much. So the way it goes. You missed the Prelude. The Prelude's there. So I contacted the guy. He's been having some kind of medical problems. The car's almost done. He is working on the back for me. So what he did is, I'll give you an example on the GTR. He dropped the entire front assembly down. The entire thing's gone. He took out every part that was rusty and even bolts and everything, and then took out all the rust off it and repainted the whole stuff. And then he said, well, the car's basically done. And I said, well, while you're at it, can you do the rear end? So from what I last talked to him on, what was it, Thursday, he said he has already had the rear end apart. He's already working on it right now, but he had some medical conditions he had to actually take care of that was very serious. So he said, I'm trying to play catch up now. I do apologize, as Skid said, because I want to come pick up the Prelude next week if I can. And so we're going to hopefully get the blue Prelude back next week, but that means the whole underbody will be completely rust-free. Basically, all new suspension fixed and working, and he said it rides like a dream now. There's not a bit of rust under the car. So basically the last thing I'll have to do is actually take out the rust out of the quarter panel, as you guys have seen in many videos. But that's going to be down the road because this bad boy is down to $8,000 left on it. So once this thing is gone, that's going to free up a lot more money, which then I can put towards the Prelude. And that's my game plan right now. Originally, I was going to do it this year, but then I bought this Type R. So money got allocated in different areas. Mother Speed foaming wash and wax is better than I thought. Yes, sir, it is. I do the best I can, Royal. I try and give you a fair assessment, and whether it's right, it's wrong, you know, at least try and give you a fair and balanced review. And then it's up to you guys as the consumers to go out there and spend your money if you want to. I won't lie to you. It's either good, bad, average, and that's what I've always done for you guys. And if you guys buy it and you like it, then that's awesome. If you think your own thing, you're like, it's not for me, I totally understand. Hey, Shaq, glad to see you on before midnight for sure. AJ, it's just because I'm not at work right now. That's why. I saw your Instagram post on a Type R. Where is it? Right there. My blue Type R is right there. What are you talking about? It hasn't gone anywhere. I thought of you this morning. Went to Dayton, Ohio. Cars and coffee. And saw 3 JDM cars, 2 Skylines, and a Nissan Cedric. Oh, nice. As a matter of fact, the guy that got me the Jax Wax, he moved back to Cincinnati. He's I guess he's going to be his car salesman or something like that up there. Is what he told me. He's going to work at Ford or something like that. He was actually one of the managers of Detail Garage Tampa, and he's the one that gave me the Jax Wax. So he said, look, I'm going back up there. Jax Wax is based out of Ohio. I didn't know that, and he said, I'm going to try and get you some stuff. So he gave me the Jax Wax spray sealant. Can't wait to really try it on a car. When you're going to see tomorrow's video on the 370Z, on the entire glass, I put the spray ceramic on his glass. So it was really wild. Now, I didn't do it before I made the video. I did it after I did the water test video and stuff like that. Sadly, tomorrow's video, as you will see, it did get really cloudy towards the end of the day, but I couldn't help it. So it's not like I could keep the car overnight. I was allowed to borrow the car for one day, and that's generally what had happened. So he got to borrow my ZX6R, and he took it that day. And he said, look, I'll come pick it up tomorrow night, and that's just the way it went down. So I'm sorry that it got dark that one day, but the results are still pretty good for what it is. Yeah, Aaron, I just found it for the first time myself. I had been told by Dalton and a lot of my subscribers for a long time, when are you going to try it, when are you going to try it, and I could never find it in stores, never. The problem with Walmart, as I've noticed, is some things are sold in certain parts of the country, and certain things are not sold. For an example, I think Dalton was located somewhere in like Utah or somewhere like that. Well, of course, I'm in Central Florida, right next to Orlando. And so what we have is a lot of times different from what you guys have out there. And that was maybe the problem, and I never got it. And I really wanted to try it. So as soon as I did buy it, I was like, hey, let's hook it up. We put the Chemical Guys in it for just a basic test, because I knew Chemical Guys was a great foaming soap. And wow, the results were amazing. Yo, Jacob, how you doing, buddy? Yes, it is a ZX6R. See it? So it's a 2012 Kawasaki ZX6R. I think it's got like 15,500 miles on it now. I bought it with like 3,000 miles on it back in, when did I buy it? 2015, I think I bought it. So I've had it for almost 4 years now. I started with let's see what the mileage is on this one. So I started with my Kawasaki Ninja 250. And I rode that for about 10 months to get used to riding a motorcycle and learn the basics about it. Then I went ahead and bought this one, and then I sold it. Yeah, 15,682 miles are on this ZX6R. It's solid, though. It's time for its 5,000 mile checkup. So the motorcycle guys who actually do it, the repair shop down the street, they've been around like Kissimmee for like 40 years, and they said all they do is they run semi-synthetic oil in here. So they said every 5,000 miles you need to just come back and have it all serviced. And when I do have the bike service, I said, let me know if anything is wrong with it so I can get it fixed, because it's not like breaking down on a car where it's like, oh, okay, I just pull off the side of the road. You're on a bike. If something were to chain were to snap or something, I'm not looking to find my ass in the road or something like that sliding down the road. So I make sure I keep both my motorcycles in tip-top shape. Anytime that the service comes, I'm like, look, just tear it apart if you have to, go through the full inspection, and I'll pay the extra money. So I usually do. And I've never had a problem with the bike. The bike's been solid. What's next, NSX? I do not like the new NSX whatsoever. I think they're very, very ugly. I like the old ones so much better. Do you sell Blue Prelude? No, DJ. It is in Wesley Chapel, Florida, right outside of Tampa. And it is being finished up now. The guy had some medical conditions. So basically, he was done with the car. And he gave me the quote for all the work he did. Like, he did put in like all new belts in it. He put in, I think, new water pump and a couple things in there. Like, yeah, he did like the 200,000 mile maintenance on it. He said he did all that stuff for me. And then he tore apart the whole sub-assembly for the front of the car, and it was like rusted, a lot of rust on it, as you guys can have seen in the thing. Well, underneath was obviously pretty bad too. So he got all the rust out, repainted the whole sub-assembly, put it all back in. It needed an upper control arm as well. It needed a few things, and then I said, well, while you still have it, can you do the rear end? And he's like, okay, I'll do it for you. So he has the whole rear end out now, but he said he should be about done. I said, can I pick it up next weekend? And so I think that's where I'm looking at, to go pick it up next weekend. It's going to cost me a little over $1,000, but, you know, finally it's all rust-free underneath. The last thing I'll have to do then is just repair the actual rust on the bodywork and then repaint it, and that's it. We're finally at that point now. Jake, the day is being good. I was a lazy bum today. I'm home alone, so I slept in pretty late, and I got up, mowed the backyard. First time in like 4 months I've had to mow it, and did a lot of YouTube surfing and stuff like that. Looked into buying a new big screen TV for upstairs in my gaming room, and didn't do much else but hang out today. I was like, it maybe I'll make some videos. And then the yard mowing crews were outside down the street. I was like, I'm not going to make some videos today, not with the yard mowing crews out. So they ruined the videos when you had that, have that, you know, drone of the actual blowers and mowers going on. I learned that when I was still pretty new at this channel, so that I don't do videos when lawn crews are out anymore. Can you create a best of video and put together recommendations? I have done a few of those in the back. Adonis, feel free to check out my past videos and you'll see all that stuff, and you'll know for sure. Oh, by the way, I contacted the guy who custom made me this, and I said, look, I want one for this wall, but I want it set as the Type R. So he said he's going to give you a few sketches and let me pick which one I want, and then we're going to go from there. So that's our game plan right now, is I'm going to have another LED or neon sign up there. And so we're looking to see if we're going to have the side profile of the Type R, or we're actually going to have another rear end profile of kind of like what I did with GTR. That's the rear end of it, obviously, and then have Acc0rd79 in the middle. He says he's going to give me a few sketches and then let me decide, and then we'll go from there. So I was like, sweet, because I love the neons. Not bad on maintained vehicles. No, I keep my stuff for everything. You like Maguire's 3-in-1? Good, good, good. Hello, how are you doing, Hoppy? Now live stream starting Saturday. I don't know. I just do whenever I do a live stream here, and I don't set up any times. It's whenever I have time, whenever I feel like it. Have you tried Maguire's ceramic spray? Dylan, yes, I have. You're talking about this one right here, buddy. Am I right? This is what's on the minivan right now as we speak. Go back and watch the video on it. If you're newer to my channel, which you might be, I did the video about 2 months ago on it. I made the review. I found that before it started fading, it lasted about 2 months, and that's when it starts fading. Well, you'll need to apply another a coat while the car is still wet. So I was kind of let down by how long it lasted, especially how much work you had to put into it, essentially. When you got stuff like the Mother CMX spray over here, I'll show it to you real quick, buddy. And where this stuff is just lasting like a champ, no problem whatsoever. I've been actually leaving the Civic Type R out a lot recently. I've been taking it to work, obviously, a lot, and I see no fading whatsoever of it. So I see a much better results long-term with the Mother so far than I ever saw with the Maguires. So if I had to steer you in the direction there, I would definitely steer you towards the Mothers. Same boat, started on a 300, just bought a Z900. Yeah, Evan, for sure, man, you got to start somewhere. Here's what I did. So I had never rode a motorcycle before. I rode four-wheelers and stuff like that before, and little scooters, but I'd never rode a motorcycle, and I wanted to start out with something cheap, something used, and so in case I was to have a minor accident or anything like that, it wouldn't cost me a lot of money, essentially. So I bought that used Ninja 250 for $1,250. And I rode it for the 10 months, and I put, I think, I don't know, 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it, and ended up selling it for more than I paid for it. Now, I did have it fully serviced. I put 2 new tires on the motorcycle, so I essentially broke even for owning the car for 10 months. I didn't really profit anything, but I didn't lose any money. It was literally a break even. So that, to me, was like a free rental car for 10 months, and that worked out great because I really got to learn how to ride the bike safely, as a Ninja 50 has no power to it, as you know. Is it not as good as Mother's? No, it's not, Dylan. It's not as good as Mother's. Distance Twice Ceramic Detail Spray. Has anyone tried that product? I haven't tried it at all, Terry. I'm sorry I haven't. Your thoughts on 2020 Nissan Versa? I don't even know what it looks like. Aaron, it's not my type of car, as you know. That's my type of Nissan. Maybe a 370Z, as you know. I had my 370Z, but I don't care about any of the rest of the Nissan lineup. They just are like blah to me. They're just not there. Nissan does not like updating their lineup. Have you guys noticed that? The GTR has been out since 2009. The 370Z has been out since 2009. What have they redone on both of them? The bumper. Ooh. You know, the same thing. The Nissan Frontier still going. The Pathfinder's old as hell. You know what I'm saying? The Versa, they're all just, they don't update their vehicles, and they're boring to me. So that's all I'm saying. I got some Mother CMX just waiting for good weather. Can't wait for you to try it. Jacob, I'm telling you right now, if you can let your vehicle sit in a garage for a couple days, every day when you get home from work, put a spritz or 2 on that thing and then spread it out again and then flip it over and then dry it off. Like, make sure you dry it off good. You will see amazing results. I put 4 layers of it, so basically 4 days in a row I came home and sprayed it on it. I'm telling you, you should see it. I just washed the Civic Type R yesterday. Amazing results still. Amazing results. Even when it was dirty, it was still, you're going to see in an Instagram video I'm going to put up, the beating and sheeting is still amazing. But when it's really clean, whew, ooh, it's good. It's real good, I'm telling you. Honda Ground crash video. Yeah, Pooh, that happened last Sunday. So if anybody who didn't get to see my Facebook, I posted a link of a big Grom accident in Tampa. So last weekend when I was working on my friend's white 370Z, I was going to go to the Grom meet over there, the Honda Grom meet, which is a motorcycle meet over there in Tampa. And one of these guys stood right in the middle of the bridge, causing people to go around him. Why he's standing in the middle of the bridge to get video pictures, I don't know. And he parked his motorcycle on the shoulder of the bridge. So they were going across the Gandy Bridge heading towards downtown Tampa from St. Petersburg. And so everybody went around him like this, of course, and yet his motorcycle still parked here. The one guy wasn't paying attention, hit it at full speed, went flying. You see it in the video, hit the concrete. Another dude hit his bike, went flying, almost went over the bridge. Their seats and everything came off the Groms and went over the bridge into Tampa Bay. They totaled 3 motorcycles in one accident because of that. And I would have been there, but, you know, I was here working on somebody's car, so pretty crazy stuff. Thanks, Chad, for the advice. Appreciate it, Dylan. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude. The only updated affordable SUV like Road. Love your videos. Keep them coming. Always good reviews, not just pushing products and hype. For sure, Victor. I just really, every beginning of every year, you're going to see me over the years, if you're hanging in here for a long time with me, you're going to see me try out all the stuff over the counter because that's what everybody wants to know about. What is new? So beginning around March is when all the new products start hitting Walmarts and stuff like that. So that's why I always pump it out as fast as I can, as fast as I want to, or I'm able to. And so that's what's going on. And hopefully you guys do get to like these videos. I did check on renting a little small car to test out that Rust-Oleum everybody wants to know about. That synthetic wax they make that's supposed to supposedly last up to 3 years. I don't forgot what it's called, but you know, I will go ahead and pick it up here soon. I was looking at I was gonna get a little budget car. I didn't really give a crap. A little Econo box, a little tiny thing, you know, for like, you know, I think it's like $28 a day, and that's perfect for me. You just keep it for 2 days and then return it, you know. Be like, okay, I'm done. And that's what I'm thinking about doing. What up, Ramon? How you doing, man? Bakersfield, what's up, dude? I've only been to California one time my whole life. Pretty hippie out there. But I've been there once. Went to an Anaheim Angels game and went on a cruise out of Long Beach there. Like your video on Turtle Wax carpet cleaner. I use some of that. Yes, Python. Their carpet cleaner is really good. I have never seen any problems with it. That's why when people ask me all the time, Chad, what do you use for carpet cleaners? The Turtle Wax. Just because Turtle Wax is not the most expensive brand out there, don't pass them up on that, because I really like a lot of their products. A lot of their products are really good. And I try and tell people that. I think people are starting to catch on now. Their products are getting really, really good. But, you know, it's just going to take time for people, because a lot of people are very nervous, because back 10 years ago or before, Turtle Wax was a cheap junk product company, kind of like Black Magic is today. And so they're having to get over that oomph about it, you know? And I think that's what really I try and show you guys in the videos. Mr. Prelude Vlogs. Yeah, I don't do many video stuff anymore. It made a big difference when I had my son, man. I've got to drag him around everywhere I go. And it's hard to load him up. He doesn't want to be in the car forever. It's just, you know, you're going to be fighting that the whole time. So, you know, everything's a lot different once you have a kid. Let's put it that way. Nissan Rogue. I drove when we were in Vegas. So back in 2013, I drove a Nissan Rogue, was our rental vehicle, and wasn't impressed by it at all. Pretty cheap little tiny SUV, and it was whatever for me. But hey, if you guys like them, that's cool. But to me, they're just like meh. You know, I'd rather have, like, even the new RAV4 looks a lot better. It looks aggressive. It looks mean. I like it. There's a couple other SUVs I'd probably go with that way. But, you know, it's to each their own. And, oh well. So what's everybody's plans this weekend? Anybody working on anything? Anybody trying out some new products this weekend? What's your game plans this weekend? To me, I'm just being a complete bum. Again, if we have a good day tomorrow, I'm going to be testing out the Ceramic Pro on at least the glass, because I need to go buy a quality car jack for my car. Of course, you get the little basic ones that come with your car, but I'd like to get a quality car jack, you know, so whenever I need to use it, and I'm going to take off the wheels, the ceramic coat, the wheels and the brake calipers and stuff like that. And so that way you guys can see it in a future video. So I don't know. But that's my game plan for probably tomorrow. I'll maybe do one of the new Car Pro stuff. I was going to wash the Type R with the Car Pro's Reset car soap here. But I washed it yesterday thinking there was a car meet today, and like a dummy, the car meet is actually next Saturday. So I really screwed the pooch on that one. And I was like, oops. So I was going to actually wash the car with that, and but I was like, look, I don't have time to make a video. It's starting to get dark. I hurried up and rushed before I went to work, and thinking it was going to be today, and I realized after work it's actually next Saturday. So I was like, oops. So that's not really going to be done tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Doing lawn work for real, man. I know that one, man, because I just did the backyard today. The grass was finally, it was probably way too long, but I was really too lazy here, and I was like, yeah, I'll eventually get to it. But so what I do is I always mow the front yard and the backyard. It's by the country club on the fairway. I was like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually. And, you know, with the colder weather, you don't have to worry about mowing so much, but now it's starting to get tall. Church with family and work on a wax for a customer. I understand that, man. I understand that. Right on. What up, bro? All the way from Illinois. Nice, dude. My dad and grandma is in Illinois right now. Well, they live up there, actually. Changed my O2 sensor to get rid of the CEL from the Focus Titanium today. Yeah, this needs 2 O2 sensors in it. GTR has a check engine light on. It's been on since I bought the thing. And when I had it oil serviced last year at the motorsports shop that I took it to, he told me, he said it'll be fine. It actually has 3 O2 sensors on it. And he's like, 2 of them are failed, but he said there's still 1. He said once the last one fails and you start to see it kind of like lurching, a little slow and stuff like that, he's like, that's when you bring it in. He said, because right now, he said it's going to cost you so much money for us to get in there because it's where they're at. He said, I recommend, he's like, you're looking at different exhaust and putting on some whatever, down pipes or whatever in there, and some cold air intakes. He's like, that'll be the best time for us to do it when I actually have that stuff taken apart. And they said, then I will go. He said, it'll be easy to pop the O2 sensors in. Otherwise, it's going to cost you a lot of money just to take those parts out to put them right back in again. So he said, I highly recommend just to wait until you're ready to put the intakes on and the down pipes and stuff like that on GTR. And he said, it'll be real easy then. I was like, oh, okay. And that's what I like about some of these places, because at least they'll give you a fair results. They're not trying to milk you once now, and then a year from now, you're going to do more work, and they're like, I'm going to get you again. You know, I like that kind of stuff. My phone is getting warm. Jeez, well, you need to fix your phone, man. I'm using the iPhone, not the iPhone, Jesus, the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, and I like it. Everybody's like, when you get the 10, I'm like, what does the 10 do differently besides the camera? So I don't really see the need for me to upgrade or anything like that. I still would have probably had my Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus if it wouldn't have got broke at work. Somehow it was in my pocket, and I must have hit it somehow, and it cracked the screen. Ouch, man. See, I've never been to Oregon before. I've been to Seattle. I've been to Vancouver. As a matter of fact, in June, we are going on an Alaska cruise, but we don't know yet which one we're going on. It's either going to be the Norwegian Joy out of Seattle, or it's going to be the Disney Wonder out of Vancouver. And so we're still figuring it out right now, but it's really pretty when you get up there, all the big trees and the big mountains and stuff. It's really cool up there. The stuff that we don't have here in Florida, obviously. So that I can't wait for that, because I haven't been to Alaska in like 4 years, so I'm really excited about going up there. Okay, Ivor, I have tons and tons and tons of those chemical guide ones that I buy off of Amazon. Let me show you what I have right quick. Hold on, buddy. Here. So I buy these big old bags of Amazon or chemical guide stuff. It's their 12 large detailing towels. They're 16-inch by 16-inch, and hopefully you guys can see that. Can you see it really good? So they come in a pack of 12 of them. You usually get them on sale for like $14. So it's a really good deal. It's just over $1 a towel. So I highly, highly recommend those. I just bought, you can see I got a whole another box in here that just came in yesterday. And that has 2 of these for the drying towels. The Chemical Guys waffle weave drying towels. See how big they are? They're like 3 feet long. It has 2 more of these. I had a credit from Amazon, and I was like, I really like those, so I'm going to buy them. They're only $10 each. Why do people feel the need to honk the horn? It's like, you don't need to do it. I hate when people are like, they're sitting in the driveway and they're like, honk, honk, you need to come outside, honk. Or just like, really, just go up there and tell them, come on in, guys. That's just my little pet peeve. Well, what's going on, Poncho? How you doing, man? Trying out Meguiar's 3-in-1, applying with a DA, debating if I should top it off. I think Bead Maker would be amazing. I haven't tried it yet, but I really think it would be amazing for your car. You see what I'm talking about? Can you guys hear the horn in the background? Can you guys hear that? When people are just laying on the horn, it's like, walk in the house. Come on, let's go outside. Come on, come on. Instead of laying on the horn. I mean, that's just tacky. It's like trash. But I don't know. But the 3-in-1, my friend, he contacted me the other day because all this rain we're starting to get now. As we're getting closer to the summer, he said the beating and cheating has been amazing. He is so thankful for it. I mean, I detailed inside and out of his car. His car was filthy. His 370Z, you're gonna see in the video, like under the hood and the back hatch, you know, all around the trim, all around the door edges. I did everything, interior dash, you name it. I did it all for him, and he didn't even ask me for it. But I was like, when you get in there and you're like, everything on the outside looks nice, and now the inside looks terrible. So that's what I went ahead and did. I took over the whole inside for him because I still had the car, and he wouldn't be back till like 8 o'clock that night. So I was like, I'll clean it. I'll clean it up for him. Oh yeah, but remember, if you're going to make a move here, we're located in Texas. Yes, next to Texas. What? But remember, if you were going to move here, I wouldn't move to Oregon. No way. My thing would be to move. So my game plan here, long term here, for me, buying a home would be to, so you guys know I pay a lot of money on this. This is almost paid off. I'm paying a little bit more than minimum payments every month on the Type R. So both of them hypothetically should be paid off by next Christmas, completely out of debt again with car payments, no more cars. By then I'm at a point where I don't need any new cars. As you guys know, I've got sports cars, I got four-door cars, I got everything I need, right? My game plan then is to put all that $2,000 a month I was putting towards cars every single month into a savings account, like a high yield investment account for 5 years straight. That would put me around at least minimum $120,000. That would be a down payment on a second, like a vacation home out in the mountains of like Colorado, Wyoming, or Montana. So that way I can just get away from civilization when I want to, go skiing when I want to, just kind of get away from it all and get to see the nice, pretty views of the big mountains and stuff like that on a daily basis. Where here, obviously, there is no mountains in Florida. That's so obnoxious. Yeah, man, they just keep doing it. I don't know what their deal is, but it's the way I go. Best drying aid. Just any detailer, honestly, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you, beat around the bush. I've tried all kinds of detailers, and detailers obviously naturally just push the water, the standing water away from your car. There's really no need for you to spend any more money on anything basic. As a matter of fact, when I was clay barring my friend's 370Z, I had the mother's detailer here. Hold on. So I actually used this on his car while it was still damp and wet, and I actually clay barred his entire car before I actually put the ceramic wax on, or not ceramic, but the Meguiar's 3-in-1 wax on there. And that's one way of doing it. And again, you don't need anything special for this, guys. Don't blow your money on stupid things. Don't blow your money on hype. Don't let the hype get to you. There's a couple of companies out there that thrive on the hype, and that's what they use to push their products. Wait for a review before you go out there and buy a bunch of crap. Wait for find multiple people's reviews, make a consensus of them all, and then say, okay, is it worth me buying this product, yes or no? But don't just go on a company's hype about how good a product is. Wait for multiple independent reviews to come out, and then decide if you want to buy it or not. My birthday's today. I just got back from my birthday dinner with my parents. Man, happy birthday, dude. How old are you, David? Are you like, what, 25 now? 24? Something like that? Hey, it's a solid plan. Lucky. Thoughts on new Avalon? The grill is too big. They're trying to be like Lexus. I don't like Lexus grills at all. I think they're huge, and I think they really flubbed up with the Avalon. It's just way too big of a grill, you know what I mean? Are you going to do a review on the last coat detail spray that I've been hearing? I don't know. Again, that's a lot of the hype that I'm getting back to, that there's just so much hype, and I don't know if that kind of stuff is worth it or not. I just bought Mother Speed Clay and that detailer. Yes, I love that stuff. The Speed Clay is what I use on my friend's white 370Z. Still love it. Just put in a lot of detailer down there on the paint of the car, so that way it doesn't try and grab onto the actual paint itself, and you'll be perfectly fine. I'm out. Thanks so much, Evan, for stopping by. I appreciate it, dude. 25. Yep, I was about right, man. Congratulations, dude. Hopefully you have a good day. Hopefully there's some ladies lined up for later on tonight. If not, at least it's a couple for you, whatever you're into, your kind of thing. But hopefully you have a great time. That'll work out for you good. I didn't even get a birthday present from my wife. My wife is pretty damn cheap, let me tell you that. Yeah, Jacob, I really like the new synthetic clay that a lot of companies are actually putting out. It's so much easier to use than traditional clay. I really like that stuff. What is your best spray-on write-off? I would say right now, you don't want to rinse off with water. Well, obviously you don't need to with the Mother Ceramic CMX. There's also, I don't know if it's Reload, CarPro Reload. Let me see if the Hydro has it. So CarPro is the really high-end detailing stuff from whatchamacallit. Let's see if it is. Wash and rinse service, dilute, minimum spray. It must be section of time. I think this Hydro is okay without it, and I'm pretty sure the Reload is okay without it. The Reload is their silica spray. So the Reload is the silica spray from CarPro, and that's another really, really good option for you. But the Mother CMX is a stellar. I've just washed it yesterday. Stellar recommendations. When would you recommend switching air to summer air for tires? What? What? That one I don't understand. I'm like, what? Yeah, hey God, can you change the air in the atmosphere for me? It's getting a little hot here in Florida. I mean, that one, I'm sorry. I don't know. I've never heard of that before because I always just, everything is the same, man. I don't change anything in my cars. Where's the beer? There's no beer right now. I just got my Mexican Coca-Cola. It legally made it across the border. Legally. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? Birthday gift is 20% off Auto Greek order. Oh, yeah, I saw the little commercial ad for 20% off. That I would recommend the Mother CMX, seriously and truly. I highly recommend it. I got it when they had a 25% off sale, and it was well worth every penny of $15. Love it. Chemical Guys has a new ceramic spray still. I don't know on that. Chemical Guys is pretty overhyped stuff most of the time, and I'm going to be real with you guys on that. Some of their stuff's good. Some of their stuff is cheesy. I'll give you an example. Their sprayed banana wax that they sell at Walmart now, it might have lasted a week or two on my car before it was already faded off. I was really shocked about how quick it was gone. Gave it a nice little pop for that week or two, but then it was gone. I was like, damn, that's it. You know, some of their stuff is just, it's just too hit or miss. And because of that, it's, and you're going to see now, they're going to have every damn thing they make is going to be some ceramic. So ceramic is the new cool keyword that all the companies are using now. Have you guys noticed that? For 2018, everybody is getting into ceramics. Last year was more of a sealant. This year it's more of a ceramic. Bet money you're going to see more ceramics come for 2020. And you're going to be like, oh my God, more ceramic stuff? And you're going to have companies like Chemical Guys putting out 20 different types of ceramic products out there. Hell, I even saw commercials for Adams now. Adams has ceramic, 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 ceramic. Have you guys noticed it? They're all in white bottles. Everything is ceramic. And that's just kind of, it's like, okay, dude. You know, true ceramic is like the Acc0rd and stuff like that. All this other stuff to me is like fluff. It might have SiO2 in it, but to me, it's not a real ceramic unless it's that a hard coating that you put on the car. I know everybody's different and people might have different definitions of it, but that's my own 2 cents about it. You know, hey, whatever. It's just the new, we got to catch on the hype train right now, and the hype train is all on ceramic. So let's all make ceramic stuff. Everything has to be ceramic in the name. And that's just the way I felt about it. But, you know, you teach your own. Lexus makes great cars. Those girls are really goofy. Yeah, they need to cut down the goofy girls for sure. They're just not for me. Oh, speaking of cars, did you see what the Type R, if you guys follow anything Honda, anything part of Type R, what is the one color every single damn person wants for the Civic Type R? Does anybody have a guess right now in the comments below? They just caught spy photos of the 2020, and I was like, oh, they finally brought it out, and I was so excited about that. But we don't know what's the real true color of it, but it looks pretty damn good in that color. And I was like, oh yeah. So we'll see about it, but I was really shocked. All those pictures surfaced today in Europe, and now they're spreading like wildfire over Instagram, Facebook, and stuff like that. What is the most expensive product I ever tried? I would say, obviously, Acc0rd from CarPro is like $75, $80. It's probably the most expensive product I've had. Wax-wise, I would say Pinnacle Sovereign. It's a pure white wax, carnauba wax, and damn, that stuff is amazing. You are paying a very high premium to have the best of the best, though, and that's what usually happens. It comes in a very small container, but if you want a true carnauba wax that blows your mind away from anything I've ever seen, there's nothing better. Nothing better than I've personally tried. So here it is right here. It's called Pinnacle Sovereign. All it is 3 ounces. This is a 3-ounce thing. This should do about, I don't know, 5 or 6 cars, though. But, oh my God, you wipe it on and wipe it right back off. There's no need to let it haze up or anything. You just put a little bit on, and you're just the results are outstanding. It's not going to last you long like a sealant or a ceramic, but if you want to go to that car show and have the best damn looking car at the car show, you get that stuff right there. It's the end all be all of it. I've never tried a wax that's just better than that. It's so easy to apply. Have you ever heard of any products by Wizard Products? No, I have not. That gets back to where I keep talking about how so many companies are popping up out of the woodwork that I've never even heard of before. It's just like bing, 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 and it's just like, okay, what? Who are they? You know, that kind of thing. CG Silk dressing is really good. Yes, I really think, Tula, that the new tire kicker stuff right here, I'll show it to you. This is what I'm actually going to try on the GTR. The GTR has been clean. I haven't moved it in a week. But this stuff, I really think is Silk Shine. I think that's all it is. Rebottled Silk Shine. And it's now sold in Walmart. I really and truly think that's all that is. So, but that's yet to be determined. Let's put it that way. Yellow, yes, they are going to make a yellow Type R. Everybody's not 100% sure if it's going to be the famous Phoenix yellow that came on the Acc0rd Type Rs. But everybody's kind of thinking, yeah, it's going to be the Phoenix yellow. And it'll be beautiful because, of course, it's going to have the hood scoop's going to be black. Of course, the section, the wing itself in between the two stabilizers is always black as well. It'll be gorgeous. And of course, with the black shiny wheels on it, it's going to be a beautiful car, beautiful in yellow. So I'm really hyped. They're redoing the bumper and they're redoing the rear bumper as well, the front and rear bumper. So make it a little bit less, I guess you want to call it, like a lot of people complain about the fake plastic vents in the front and the rear, and they're going to tone those down some, so it should be pretty crazy. There already is a red, there already is a black, there already is a white. All those colors have been out for years, since the middle of 2017 when they first launched the Type R. What's up? I enjoy your videos, bro. Keep it good. I appreciate it, man. Syracuse, New York is where I bought my blue Prelude from back in 2006. I don't know if I told you that, Shane, if you've been in here before. My blue Prelude you're going to see in videos is from La Macchia Honda. I flew up all the way up to New York and drove it all the way back to Florida. And because of that, it has rust in it because for the first 5 years of ownership, it was in Syracuse, New York. So good on you, man. When you wax the car by hand and rub it off, why is it there's a film or sometimes there's sun hits it? What I have seen is that sometimes you miss sections of it, and it was really hard on the white car. So in the white car, it's really hard to see a wax unless there's some tint or color inside the wax. And of course, the Mother's 3-in-1 wax is white, so it was really, really hard for me to see. So I had all the lights lit up around the garage as much as I could. And I always still having to get down at angles trying to make sure I got every single bit of it out. So I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I do understand where you're coming from. Talk about getting the new Honda Jet. Yeah, Adam, I throw money like that, bro. I'm a baller. Actually, my wife's boss, the guy who owns the medical practice, he owns a jet. So he is balling like that. He owns 3 houses, one in the Bahamas on the water, one in the mountains in North Carolina, and one down here in Orlando. Plus, he owns a jet, so they do okay for themselves. You know what I mean by that? Have you ever tried Auto Glim Super Resin Polish? No, I haven't. I haven't actually tried any Auto Glim products as well. A lot of people say swear by them, but I've never tried them before. It is harder to get those kind of products. You do have to order them online, which is a kind of not a turnoff for me, but I like to get easy to get products. And thankfully, like there's a newer detail company here, or detail store here in Orlando, right off Interstate 4. Called Detail Ground. They carry a lot of the very high-end products, which is making it a lot easier for me. Otherwise, I will have to order a lot of things online, and sometimes you just don't want to wait for stuff, and that's just the way it goes. Most of the time, I don't care. I get it from AutoGeek. I order it. A day or two later, it's at my house. Usually no big deal. But if you want it 2-day, you just go right over there to Detail Ground. It's the exact same price as AutoGeek when not on sale, so why not? Yes, Daryl, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Tomorrow's video will be on Meguiar's 3-in-1 wax. It is pretty good. All it is their updated cleaner wax for 2019. There is no difference to it. So here you go, bud. This will be on tomorrow's video. I'm telling you right now, it is nothing more than a cleaner wax. Remember the red tin cleaner wax that was for years? That's all this is. Updated for 2019. So don't go in there tomorrow expecting to see wild, amazing results. I mean, it does a good job, and the water repelling is amazing. Even on the cloudy day, you're going to see it actually did really good, but I don't see anything different than being just a regular cleaner wax. Have you a compound from Meguiar's? Meguiar's makes the ultimate compound, if that's what you're looking for. They also make a few high-end detailing lines if you want. What do you think to be a brand new Celica? I don't know about that one, Roger. I think there possibly could be. I think people have seen how popular Type R is, and I think many companies are working to bring out new vehicles that are going to be kind of competitive. Maybe not competitive exactly with that, but they see where there's money still in the market for sporty cars. Not everybody wants an SUV. The Type Rs are selling like hotcakes. Most companies, most dealerships are still asking over MSRP for them. So I really think that we're going to see some new cars come out here. I'd love to see a Honda Prelude again. I would like to see more Type R variants, like a true Type R variant with like different suspension, the whole 9 yards, bigger engine. We'll see what happens. I've never tried a Sun Joe pressure washer. You must be talking about somebody else. I use a Generac pressure washer. So that's right there. I don't know if you can see it. It's a Generac pressure washer. It's a 2800 PSI one. It works fine. I've had it for like 4 years now. I started up after like the winter when I need to use it, and it starts up just fine. It works like a champ. What was your first car? It was a 1988 Hyundai Excel hatchback. It was a piece of crap. Back then, Hyundai was like Chinese garbage, essentially. I know it's made in Korea, but Hyundai was totally different than Hyundai. Hyundai today has got good quality, good cars that last for a long time. You know, that's why they have 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty stock, because they know it's going to last that long without having any major problems. However, back in the day, Hyundai was a different company. They were cheap, basically Chinese garbage, and they just didn't last. So that was my first car I had. It actually gave me motivation to get my first job, real job. Like, I worked for somebody for a long time as a cash job for a couple of years there, but it gave me my first drive to go get a real higher end paying job so I could get myself my own car, and that's what I did. About a 98 Prelude a month ago was my first car. Sounds like a good car, man. I think you're really going to like it. I think it'll be fun for you to keep up. It still has a little bit of power to it, being it's almost 200 horsepower. As long as you baby it, it'll baby you for years and years to come. I've got 2 Preludes, and they work great, man. I really think you're gonna have a good time with it. Hey, Rob, how you doing, Eric? Any good strippers? I haven't been to the strip clubs in a couple years since before I was married, so I don't know about any good strippers for your artist. What's the hardest color to take care of? Black? I would say black for sure, because black shows scratches so damn easy. Oh no, it's like the sun hits you can see all the squirrel marks from the wax and rubbing it off, detail spray. The car is black. I'm wondering if you might have some light scratches in there, brother. You might need to actually take out at first. Any pressure wash you recommend? I personally use, like, again, it's the Generac 2800 PSI one. It's an amazing pressure washer. They make all kinds of, like, basically house generators and all kinds of stuff, so they're really, really well-known, high-quality stuff. It cost me, I think, $280 shipped from Home Depot, so I had free shipping. Amazing pressure washer. I start it up every time, 1 or 2 pulls, it starts up. So you put it on a full choke, yank on that, it just starts up, let it run for about 5 or 10 seconds, kick it up to a full running temperature, and it just hums along every time. No issues whatsoever. I love it. What do you think about Top Coat's product? I have not even tried it. I've seen a lot of stuff about it, but I haven't tried it, and I agree with you on the gimmicky side. A lot of people, is what we're talking about earlier, but being on the hype train about stuff. A lot of people are always hyped. A new company comes out and puts out a bunch of spiel about it. I always recommend that everybody watch a couple different reviews on the products before you go and buy products yourself. Me, of course, I'm a dummy, so I'm going to buy all the products for you guys anyways and try them out. But I'll give you an example. I'm shopping around for a new 4K TV. I've been looking at the Vizio's new P series and the Quantum series that they make from there, really high end. I'm not looking to spend a butt ton on a TV because I don't watch TV that much, but for movies and stuff. So what I did today is I watched about 3 or 4 different review videos on it, and to see if it would be for me or not. So I recommend doing the same thing for you guys on whatever product you're going to get, and then especially if you're going to spend a lot on it, and then go out there and pick it up. If it's just a Walmart stuff for $6 or $7, you don't have to worry about that. But if you think you're going to spend a lot of money, then go watch some reviews. Yes, it is a liquid wax shove. The 3-in-1 is a liquid wax. So once you take it out of the box, it is in its typical Meguiar's liquid bottle. Have I tried Angel Wax? No, I haven't. Heard a lot of amazing things about Angel Wax, but I've never actually purchased any of their products. What's up, Christian? How you doing, buddy? Have you ever worked with Nissan Infiniti soft coats? And yes, I obviously have. I have a Nissan, GTR. I had a Nissan 370Z. I did a 370Z this past weekend. You just got to treat them with baby gloves. Whenever you're using your drying towels, whenever you're using a microfiber towels to whatever, do it. Don't grind them in. Light application is all you need. You want to make sure your towels are in peak condition. Check your towels every single time for any debris that might be in there. You want to kind of lay them out a little bit. So, example, you got your big microfiber towels. Kind of lay them out there and check them, make sure there's nothing in them. You know, just the slightest little debris that's got caught in here will actually can instill swirls in your paint. So always check before you use any microfibers on your cars. That's one of the biggest tips you'll ever get from most of the pros. All the pros will teach you that. But I highly recommend it. If you're worried about really soft paint, I highly recommend that because I didn't polish this car in a little over a year, and it had some swirls in it, but nothing like horrible. They were just like swirl here, swirl here, swirl here, just minor things like that around. And I took the polisher too with the 3D1 polishing pad, the spider pad, and a 3D1 product, and it knocked them all out with ease. Sony 900F, what do you think about Meguiar's Fast Finish? It's a very good product as a sealant, very easy to apply, great results. Highly recommended if you want a quick, fast, like a sealant on your car. Well, I wish I was rich like Rob Dyrdek. How's that sound? So, to the Limitless did a foam cannon. Do you think the Adams is better than foam cannon? No. No, Limitless is far better than Adams in a foam cannon. Scott, now that you've actually got to try it out for yourself. So Scott won one of my giveaways, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and he recently wrote me and he tried it in the foam cannon, the Limitless car soap, and he was just like, oh. And yeah, it really is that good, and it truly is. Go watch the video from Limitless Car Care and watch as I put it in the foam cannon. It is probably the best soap I've ever tried in a 2-bucket method and in the foam cannon. I will tell you though, Wax Gods makes a stellar one, but it's not that good in the foam cannon, but it does make a stellar 2-bucket. The only other one I would say that I would rate up at that high is that new Wax Shop company that they sent me their stuff. Their car wash is absolutely stellar in the 2-bucket method as well as in the foam cannon. Highly recommended. Nothing, I mean, those two right there, top of the pile. Order them online, but there's blind blowing. Love it. Thoughts on the new Supra? Rebadged BMW. You are 100% right about that, Javier, and I think it's going to be a complete fail out the box. You're going to have a couple of the die-hard fans that are going to be like, I got my Supra, you're just hating on it. But truly, a car, considering the twin-turbo Supra that came out in the 90s had 330 horsepower, and versus a 2019 BMW Supra has only 335 horsepower. So in all those years, almost 30 years, you've only put in 5 more horsepower. It is a complete sham of a car. Are you telling me Toyota couldn't make their own engine? Seriously? It's just a complete joke. Remember, the Supra back in the day used to compete with the GTR of back in the day. Meanwhile, the GTR kept getting bigger and more badass, and the Supra is still meh. So again, I wouldn't, no way. No, Ivor, the Grammy's inside the house, as a matter of fact. So, Ivor, I'll let you guys see it. So you guys know what I'm talking about. So that window that you always see in my videos right there, that's the dining room. That's where the Grom is sitting. The Grom is actually in the dining room right now. You know, I need more room. We need a bigger garage so bad. You guys know we're actively looking at getting a bigger house, but we haven't found anything yet. So right now we're just kind of sitting still until something comes along or we decide, hey, you know what, enough's enough. We're just going to have a custom built and buy like an acre of land and do whatever the hell we want to do with it. So, but that's why, because I'm stuffed in the garage, beyond stuffed, and I want a 4-car garage. So that's generally what's going on. Hi from St. Augustine. What's up, John? Best leather conditioners. Zeus, I really like the Mother's VLR. I've been using it a lot. I like Meguiar's. I like Masterson's. There's a few of them out there that are really, really good. But yeah, inside the actual closet here is, I don't know if you guys have seen it lately. Hopefully nothing will fall out. So, yeah. So over here in the pile is Mother's VLR somewhere. What is this? Oh, no, this is detailer. Sorry. It's somewhere in here, but I promise you, there's a VLR in there from Mother's, and that's what it is. Oh, to whoever asked which Meguiar's the liquid thing. So this is Meguiar's typical liquid bottles. I know it's their water spot remover. All it is a polish, by the way, guys, for anybody who wants to know. But this is what actually the bottle for the 3-in-1 wax looks like. It doesn't look anything different or anything. Nothing crazy, that is. You know what I mean? Dalton, dollar bill, y'all. What's up, man? Dalton, how you been? obviously you finally got to see the foam cannon. Finally had them in our Walmarts here, so I bought it, and I hope you really did like the video, man. I really do. Mishawaka, okay. Love your videos. Keep it going. Get some sleep. What? Dude, why are you going to bed so early? Like, seriously, Scott, what is it, like 10 o'clock where you live? How old are you, Scott? How old are you? I'm 39, and I'll be up most of the night tonight playing around, goofing off. I'll probably go ahead and start cleaning up the house. My wife and son are really messy, so being home alone, I can actually clean up the house and get things done. So I can just blast the music and just vacuum, dust, and everything. I'm going to work upstairs first because that's my man cave, and that's my bedroom kind of thing, and then I'll work downstairs if I have time. Dream collection, no, Javier, that's only the tip of it, buddy. I've got a whole nother walk-in closet full of stuff, so I'll let you check it out one more time, Javier. Hopefully it's coming in focus for you guys. Everything that you can get, everything you see down here is stuff that you can buy at Walmart, or at one time you could buy it at Walmart. Up here is like Grillo's Garage is all up here. You do have a couple other minor things, like my ceramic coatings are up there. Light, polishers, everything's kind of thrown in there right now because, again, I want more shelving room. Obviously, you can see extension cables are up there. You know, it's just that kind of stuff. And then over in the closet over here is a walk-in closet. This is below the stairs that goes up in our house. There's boxes and boxes and boxes of actually products that I've either been given to test or that I purchased myself, but I didn't know where to put stuff, so I put them back all in there and all in a box together. Sell some of your cars. No, Dalton, no. I'm going to eject you from this chat for telling me to sell my cars. I'm not selling this car. I'm not selling any of my cars. Thankfully, I don't have a wife that would tell me to sell my cars. I heard a lot of guys that their wives and shit tell them what to do, and I'm like, who's paying the bills in this house? You are, I am. Does your wife work? No. Then you tell her where to damn well go. I can't, I know I'm a different guy, but I can't stand a woman telling their husband what to do with his personal toys or whatever when he's the only one working or he's the one that's bringing in 90% of the income. I don't like that. I've seen it happen to too many guys I know over the years, and that just really infuriates me because nobody, and I mean nobody, will tell me what to do with my cars, motorcycles, or whatever when I'm working and I'm paying the bills or whatever. Now, you know, obviously my wife makes way more than me, but I pay the cars with my own money, so, you know, that's just the way it goes. You know, she's not buying my cars, and so she doesn't have, you know, she doesn't have a say in what I do with my cars. But I still, she doesn't ever tell me that I need to get rid of my cars or do anything like that. She understands about that. I like my cars. I like the motorcycles. So she's been looking for homes with like a 4-car garage and stuff when we're looking. Or to, you know, custom build one and have a separate building for a garage next door, you know. One of those kind of things that are really cool. So turtle wax, jet black, spray wax for the best black cars. Honestly, any wax is going to do for you, buddy. I understand that they have the black stuff that are made for it that are more like color sensitive towards black, but anything will do just fine for you, buddy, as long as you got some nice wax on there or sealant, whatever you want, whatever you personally use. Are touchless washes good for a light, dirty car? What do you mean by actually touchless washes? Are you talking about actually like driving it through one of the touchless car washes, or are we actually talking about you using actually products for it? I don't, Everett, Beadmaker, I don't know yet, buddy. I haven't decided. Probably another week or two out is from what I'm looking at. This weekend was supposed to be, I'm going to be putting on some more ceramic coating on the actual Type R. I'm going to work on the windshield and the wheels if I can. And then we'll see what I actually do with the Beadmaker, you know what I mean? Thanks for doing the video on the foam cannon. For sure, man, for sure. Hire a maid. Yeah, my wife would never let that happen. My wife is very sensitive, let's just say, to people being in our house. Her dad worked for the government after he left the Air Force, and that's all he can tell you is he worked for the government. And so she's kind of been raised conspiracy theory nut kind of person, and so she thinks everybody's out to get her, that kind of thing when it comes to stuff, and they're all spying on you, and she doesn't want anybody inside of her house that she does not know, and so she doesn't trust anybody messing with her stuff in her house. So she'd rather be a complete pig and have her crap everywhere in the house and never clean up after herself than ever let anybody come and clean up after her. So that's just generally the way it goes, and because she pays the bills for the house, I can say nothing about that. You know, again, it gets back to telling somebody what it is. I've tried to talk to her in the past about cleaning up, but that just starts a firestorm that you don't want to get into, as you guys can well imagine. So it's not worth it. And again, she does pay for the house with her money, so I'm just like, whoa, you do what you do, it's your money, and that's the way we're gonna do stuff. So I kind of do shut my mouth now at that point, but I try and keep upstairs where my game room is and the 2 bedrooms upstairs are. I keep that as clean as I possibly can. That's what I'm gonna be working on later on tonight. What do you think about Guar's Comics Polymath? Pretty good stuff for over the counter. No complaints whatsoever. I used it several times. Do a giveaway on stuff you don't use anymore. No, Everett, I keep all my stuff just because of the fact that I don't know when I want to compare something against it later, show you as guys as something, an example, maybe use it again later for something, you know what I mean? What's up, Malika? Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I don't even have a garage, and when I moved out, I'm going to have a garage apartment. Yeah, for sure, man. Before I moved here, I rented a 2-bedroom place, and I didn't have anything either. I basically parked underneath oak trees every day with those, you know, some of those big old school oak trees that are like 50, 60 years old, and those are what actually covered my car. Problem was when pollen season came around every year, the cars were completely yellow because they were parked underneath it. So the only thing I really did have to battle was the sap. But, you know, I totally understand about parking your car outside. Because when my parents got a divorce and they moved out of state, I was left in Florida by myself. And, of course, all I could get at the time was this 2-bedroom place. And it was a nice place. Not a new place by any means. This was an old place from, like, the 80s. But it was more than enough for what I needed to live in. And it was just perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Would you become a doctor? Would you become a doctor? Oh, hold on. Would I become a doctor in the first place? No, I've never been interested in being a doctor. My whole dream when I was a little boy was to be a fighter pilot, but I wear contacts and glasses, so I can't see without them. And obviously, the military will not take you, wouldn't take you without 20/20 vision or better. And my vision was completely jacked. So without contacts in, like everything is super blurry to me. And I have an astigmatism. It means your eyes are kind of shaped like a football, not round, so it kind of distorts your vision way worse than it normally is. And so that's what actually gave me the hassle, because I actually did the Army ROTC program through the 3 years at the University of West Florida. So I was actually supposed to be going in the Army as an officer. And that's what, again, led to a lot of problems. Even though it was totally okay, it was just one hoop after another hoop after another hoop. Go to this eye doctor, go to this eye doctor, because I was well within the borders of not even needing a waiver, but it was just because of my eyes, it's what made me jump through a million hoops. And at the end of the final part of that school year, I just said, forget it. After my junior year was done, I'm done. Peace out. And that's when I left the actual program because it wasn't worth it. Use it. Dalton, thank you much for $2. Use it for this Chemical Guys ceramic car wash. If I have time tomorrow, Dalton, I might drive up to the Chemical Guys Orlando store. Bullshit. Bullshit. Not even in Orlando. Not even in the same county as Orlando. Bullshit. And I'll see if they have it in stock, buddy. But I don't even know if they're going to be open. Some Chemical Guys stores are not open on Sundays, I'll tell you that. It's just the way they are. As a matter of fact, the one guy who used to be the manager over there at to the Tampa store, he told me the store was almost dead every day of the week. He said you wouldn't even do anything. He said you might only have 4 or 5 customers come through all day long. He said it was so slow. And I was like, holy crap. I was like, that's just terrible. I was like, you think they're even going to survive when you're only seeing 5 people a day come into your store? And he's like, I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm like, holy crap. Because I always was like, why would you go to a store when you just buy it online? You know, that's just me though. But I appreciate it, Dalton. I really do. My wife brought more bread home as well before I enlisted in the Armory. Yeah, for sure, man. Foam cannon. Believe the hype. What's your favorite wax to use? And also, what do you think of the P21s? Now, what do you mean by P21 so everybody knows? And then favorite wax. Now, I have been really moving towards the sealant side of the world. I like sealants a lot more. I love the spray-on ceramic, the SiO2 sprays like your mother's here over here. I really, really like that, and I highly, highly recommend it. Because you use so little of this, it's so easy to apply. It's literally put 2 or 3 spritz on per panel and then just wipe it off evenly and then buff it off a little bit. I've never used anything so easy. I really, really, guys, I'm starting to really push this kind of product because it is so easy. Many companies are now having that kind of product out there. They're not the only ones. They weren't the first ones by sure, but they are definitely one of the better ones out there. And that's why I'm trying to like steer you in that direction, because wax is, I'm not saying it's dying, but when I applied the wax for the Meguiar's 3-in-1 review you're going to see tomorrow, I did it by complete hand with the actual applicator pad, and I was like, I'm actually having to use my shoulder and stuff. This sucks, you know, to get kind of the same results when the Mother's is going to outlast that Meguiar's, I'm pretty sure. So it's like, why keep using that? So that's what I'm trying to actually get to. From the Walmart foam can, it worked great, Scat. It really did work very good. Again, I just put the 2 squirts in it from Chemical Guys, and I knew Mr. Pink would do good, that does good product. So to me at that point, it was just, okay, is it going to work great in the foam can or not? Houston House, what's up, man? Don't piss off. You might be living in your car for sure, man. You know, the good thing is the cars are all in my name. Motorcycles, everything's in my name. So, well, her van is in her name, obviously. So if something were to ever happen, I would just sell the cars. I mean, you think about it, the car's worth 60 grand still, so that's a pretty huge down payment on a house. Considering when we bought this house in 2012, we only put 30,000 down. That's all we put down in cash was 30,000. That was actually her sign-on bonus from taking the job. As a doctor, they usually give sign-on bonuses to get you to like come over to their practice, and they'll say it's like kind of like the military. You got to do 3 years with us, and then after that, you can go wherever you want, and you get $30,000 sign-on bonus, and that's how she paid for the house down here. Was actually the down payment. What's up, St. Louis? I haven't been there in a long time, man. Turtle Wax ceramic spray is badass. You talking about the what's it called? The sealants, right? Hold on, let me see it. Yeah. The hybrid spray sealant, this stuff. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. It's still on the GTR. I haven't moved the GTR in a week because I really wanted to try the Chemical Guys tire kicker on it. So I was like, I can't get the car dirty. So I actually haven't driven the car since I made the video for you guys. So it's just been kind of sitting here for the last week or so. But I was pleasantly surprised, and it's very easy to use. Jim from Turtle Wax wrote me, and he said they were having a little bit of issues as well with streaking. He said what it is they put more of than average carnauba wax in it to give it even more of a long-lasting pop and stuff to it. And because of that, it kind of streaked a little bit for some people if they put too much product on there. He said, you don't need a lot. I'm like, yeah. I said, I only had 1 or 2 streaks on the hood. After that, the rest of the car was perfectly fine. And it was really, really good. That truck doesn't fit in your garage. Damn, son, get a smaller truck. I can't seem to find a tire shine that doesn't sling off anything. So, Ivor, I would recommend a type of cream. Chemical Guys makes VRP, Masterson's makes trim and tire shine, Adams has a VRT, I think it is. Any of the cream style ones, let me see if I can show it to you. They usually last me 2 to 3 weeks, and they do not sling. So here's the Masterson's version. I really like this stuff, okay? So it's kind of a liquid version, as you can see, but you put it with the applicator pad, it really, really does good. And no complaints whatsoever. Dang, VS iPhone, I appreciate another 99 cents. The money's going in there. Why not join the other branch? Should probably take you. It was just what I was looking at the time. So you guys know I'm in the shipping companies. Everybody knows that by now. I've been there since I was in high school. So when I decided to go the Army way, I decided to do transportation branch. So transportation was getting all the crap from A to B to support the troops, correct, on the front lines. So you're the shipping company for the military. And that's why I was actually asking for the transportation field. So I'd be a transportation officer, essentially, AKA a manager of the transportation. So when I came back, that I could go into my company and put on the suit and tie kind of thing and go into the corporate side of it because I'd have managerial experience from the years in the Army. And that was my actual long-term goal is if, let's say, I think it was a 6-year contract you had to do with the ROTC program for the Army, which was fine. It's no big deal. And so after, let's say, the 6 years and I didn't like to be the Army anymore, then I would go back to my job and apply as for upper management because you had the backgrounds of actually being a manager of big transportation style level stuff. And that was my original game plan. And then if I did like the Army, I was going to stay in it until I retired and then go to, hypothetically, wherever I wanted to. But that was my game plan for the Army because I wanted to be on the transportation side. What's going on, Fordor? How you doing, buddy? You want to see how it works? I bet you do want to see how it works, Dalton. Detailed Garage in SLC was busy when I went. That's good. Yeah, the Tampa one, he told me, was always very slow. Like a couple people a day, maybe. Obsessed Garage. Don't know, man. Will you be testing the new Rust-Oleum? That's what everybody keeps asking about. I was going to actually rent a rental car this weekend, but I thought there was a car show today, like a dummy. And because of that, I didn't rent the car because I thought it was going to be at the car show today. And it's actually next week. And I'm a moron because so I could have actually worked on the car this weekend and gotten that Rust-Oleum. So, yeah, I'm a moron about that. So I guess I'm going to have to set it up for maybe next weekend or the weekend after to go rent a car from Enterprise. I was just going to get one of the little economical commuter cars. Something small to work on. That way I could just knock it out really fast and be done with it. And that was my game plan because it was like, I already looked it up with my employee discount. It was $28 a day to rent. And I was like, that's fine, whatever. I'm going to detail my best friend's car for a wedding present. $120 value, full detail. Dang, wedding present. Nice, man, nice. So I think, what do we get? what is it? My wife's friend, who was the maid of honor in our wedding, whenever she was in it, we got her. I don't know. We got her expensive ass. It was like $300 like gift for her wedding, and then when her first son was born, well, her only son was born. About 6 months after our son was born, on her wedding registry, we bought her like a $280 stroller, one of the high-end strollers that she wanted. We were like, nobody's going to spend that kind of money, and because she did so much work for my wife, she actually threw the baby shower for my wife, as a matter of fact, and she was the maid of honor in our wedding. I told my wife, I said, I don't care what it is, you go overboard with her because she did so much for you. I don't give a shit if you spend tons of money. So she did. So we ended up giving her, a lot of high-end presents for all of her stuff because, you take care of me, we're damn well going to take care of you. And that is something I've always lived by a long time. You take care of the people who will always take care of you, and it will always come back around, and you'll be taken care of in anytime you need something. And I will always, always, always preach that. So you always take care of somebody because you never know when you need something and something might come around and now you need something. And those people are usually going to be the ones to look out for you. So I totally understand what you mean by that, man. You take care of her. Yeah, that bottle of turtle wax is great. Hard to take off by hand, hot damn. Good to hear it. Again, a lot of people are trying these products. I just tried it. Very impressed. I don't know how long that turtle wax sealant should last. I think they claim between 4 and 6 months is what turtle wax is claiming. But if you only have to put a couple light spritz on it once every 4 months, that's not a bad deal, you know what I mean? What's the best spray wax you can buy at the store? Ooh, spray wax. I would say something, are we talking about like a ceramic spray wax? Are we talking about that new turtle wax stuff? Because that one is, essentially it is a wax. It's a hybrid wax sealant, and it has a high amount of carnauba in it, which is what sometimes people apply too much and you get some streaks with it. I would say check out that turtle wax. It's $9 something. I saw it today at Walmart. I would say you could look into the Meguiar's ceramic wax, but I wasn't that thrilled with the long-term results of it. About 2 months out, it started to fade. So of course, when the car is wet, when you've already washed it and it's still wet, then you just spritz it down, and it was perfect again. Well, it was like brand new. But realized about every 2 months is when you're going to have to apply it again. Another regular wax, the spray wax, I highly recommend the Mother Speed spray wax. It might last you about a month, but it's amazing spray wax, as well as the Meguiar's Ultimate. Love that stuff as well. The Walmart phone camera works amazing with Purple Power, Dragreaser. Cool. I obviously haven't tried it yet. I've got the Purple Power somewhere in there. You guys know me. I bought everything and I try everything. So I am looking at the Rust-Oleum, and there's 1 or 2 other things I saw today while I was walking around, but I was like, I need some more cars. When you do a house tour, no, because she is messing. Our house is disgusting inside. My wife does not clean up. I always keep the outside very nice. You guys see that in the video. I keep the hedges all trimmed up for you guys, so it always looks nice. Of course, we have a ridiculous HOA in my neighborhood. They're very, very like, there's a scratch in your thing, and they want all this stuff fixed all the time, and I don't like that about it. But I try and keep the house up, outside of the house, so it always looks pretty. But the inside, especially where the master bedroom is a disaster. The living room, where my son's, all his toys and shit is everywhere. It's just really bad. So right now, I would never take you through the house. Adam's Tire Shine with applicator doesn't sling for me. Good. I always say use its tire applicator, as well as let your tires sit there for about an hour or so. Let them completely dry before you start driving the car. That way you cut down and sling the most you can. Also, did it ever bother you that she makes more than you? Hell no. Hell no. 21st century. Go make more money than me. Damn it. Go make more money than me. I'm totally okay with that. Welcome to the 21st century. If you want to make a crap ton more than me, go ahead. I am not jealous whatsoever. At least that way I feel like you're not just trying to use me for money, which is, if you love a woman and you guys agree on stuff, then there's no problem with you making more and she doesn't make as much as you. But it has to, now the 21st century, you're starting to see a lot more women that are making more than men. So you as a man have to be able to swallow your pride if you are worried about that, and just say, hey, you know what? The world's changing. She makes more than me. But what does it matter? If she makes more than you, you guys are better financially off, correct? Think about it right there. So who cares if a woman makes more than you? Are you guys happy together? That's all that matters in the end. Who cares? Have you ever used Acc0rd79? I don't remember, man. Roger, it's been a while. I think I've used it, but I just don't know. Try and go back and search my videos, Roger, and let me know. I can't remember anymore, buddy. It's been a while. Dunzor, good to see you too, man, for sure. What is going on? Ghost Rider, just hang out there, man. My management, no, I'm not management. I did not want to take management because I would never be home. The problem with managers are they are never, ever, ever, ever home. The stress is out of control. I'm not looking to go bald. I don't want to chain smoke all day long, and that's about what all the managers do at my job. Okay, Dalton, don't send me a million messages right now. You literally blocked my whole screen. I'm Dalton. No, Dalton. Wait till after the video. Wait till afterwards. So yeah, I don't want to be in management. I don't have the desire to be in management, and that's just the way it gets to me, where I'm not actually interested in dealing with all that crap. Other than that, you're normal. What do you recommend for a good off-the-shelf polish? So Justin McGuire's Ultimate Polish will treat you just fine. If you have a DA polisher, then I would say, honestly, I would tell you right now, go on the 3D website or just go on to AutoGeek or wherever you buy your stuff. Get the 3D one. It's the hybrid polish compound. That's what I used on that bad boy 2 weeks ago. Stellar results. Absolutely stellar. North Carolina, man. What's up, Jordan? Thanks so much, buddy, for stopping by. McGuire Spray Wax, recommend. Yeah, true. Hope I didn't miss anything. Had a EMS run for breathing stopped. Lucky the earlier stops will get there. Good, Josh. Good, Tula. No problem whatsoever. Totally understand that stuff. Okay. You should see my screen. It's like bing, 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 bing. That's what my screen is doing right now. Because, of course, I'm using my phone. That's what's going on. That's so true about the managers. I'm never home. And, you know, I'll tell you what. The drivers in my job usually make just as much more than the actual managers. Now, like the building managers at my job make 6 figures. But again, you have so much stress on you that half of them, I'll tell you what, 3 of them recently got fired, the area supervisors, because they were all cheating the numbers, cooking the books in order to make the numbers look better. You got the corporate breathing down their necks so hard to make numbers, that it happens all the time. They all have to revert to lying and cooking the books in order to actually make the numbers look better. And because of that, then when something happens, who gets blamed? All those supervisors and managers, and they all got fired. 3 of them were fired about a month and a half ago at my local place because they were all cooking the books, trying to make their numbers look better than what they really were. And that's not the kind of environment I want to work in, and especially not in not the company I work at. No. Too much, and they're there from sun up to sundown every night, and to make 80, 90,000 a year, it's like just go deliver boxes. You'll make that much all day long. I don't know. Everybody has their own thing. What fabric protector do you recommend for the Type R? 303 fabric protector all day long. There's nothing better I'd recommend. I use it on absolutely everything. Stroller, baby seat, shoes, carpet mats, everything. 303 fabric guard is better than anything I've ever tried. Bar none, go get it. What's up, Josh? How you doing, buddy? Will you put side vents on your new... What? Will I put side... window vents? Are you talking about like the plastic junk that you put over like this right here? Are you talking about like the plastic crap that sits right here? If that's what you're talking about, hell no. No, not me. What's a good DA polisher recommend? All day long, Grillo's Garage. 6-inch DA polisher. Amazon sells them for $130. Lifetime warranty. Never had a single issue with mine in 5 years of ownership. Worth every single penny. What is this? What's everybody eating? Everybody sirloin steak. Don't care. What do you like? Would you like to work for Samsung? No. What recommended I'd want to work for Samsung? Tula, I know you have the Grillo's Garage, but do you recommend the Harbor Freight? I've never used it before, and honestly, I like lifetime warranties. I love lifetime warranties, especially if anything ever happens. I've had to contact Grillo's Garage before about a thing, and they're so easy to deal with. They're so easy. Where you get that Chinese junk from Harbor Freight and you breaks down, your SOL. Let's put it that way. You're never going to get a hold of anybody, and they're just like, oh, well, you bought cheap shit. What did you expect? And I don't want to deal with that, And so that's why I like Grillo's. Those plastic vents are asked what they go. Yeah. I know what you're talking about, Ryan. Tula, yes, Harbor Freight. What do you think? They are crap. They look horrible on cars. They look horrible. What the hell do I want some plastic crap on the side of my windows for? That's terrible. Terrible. I just no, it's not me, not me. It's just, and everybody has their own thing, but it's just not me. It's like down here, all the Puerto Rican people, because I live in Puerto Rico #2 here in Kissimmee, Florida. They love their tilty wheels. So the wheels will be like this, driving on cars going down the road. You know how many car videos I've seen where people are making fun of those wheels on Facebook, and then you see the license plate and you're like, Florida. And I'm like, oh, and I start watching the video, I'm like, I know that area, and it's right here in Kissimmee, Florida. I don't know what it is, but that's definitely not for me. As a matter of fact, where I get my tires put on and wheels balanced and all that stuff, that's at a place up the road here, and they specialize in doing a lot of those tilty wheels are like this, and they service all your wheels and stuff like that, and that's a big, really big popular thing here in the communities down here. I'm hearing from your work, man. That sucks, man. USPS cooks the books as well. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Most companies do in order to fake the numbers. And then when they get hammered for it, guess who's going to take the fall? All the management that did it. Not the bosses up north that are telling you you need to make numbers happen whatever way it happens. It's you little guys down here that get fired. And that's just generally the way it goes. And I hate that that works, but that is honestly today's corporate America. And it really does suck. They actually do good on the Chevy Traverse. I'd like to get one. Got to go in for channel. What? Is there any really big difference between a machine compounding polishing? Yes, a huge amount. A huge amount. You can't even do near the amount of oscillations and rotations by hand as how quickly that a polisher will do it. You realize that? Your polisher is like, bee, and your hand is like, you see what I'm trying to say? I mean, if you are truly going to polish, it is an investment that everyone needs to invest in. A good DA polisher is what all of you all right here need to invest in. All you need is a Grills Garage 6-inch one. Nothing more. Don't go crazy with anything else. You know what I mean? I'm part Puerto Rican. You guys don't know it? You can't tell how white I am? I mean, how Puerto Rican I am? I'm Boricua. But yeah, for sure. This is different. Kissimmee is Puerto Rico #2 for sure. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Puerto Ricans, Puerto Ricans. The first house is Puerto Ricans, Taiwanese, something New York that came down. You see where I'm going with this? It's like, it's just the way Kissimmee is down here. It's just, everybody's Spanish here. Everybody except me. That's just not. Tilty wheels are almost as bad as, well, living in North Carolina, I see them all the time. Puerto Rico, what's your thoughts on Toyota Tacoma? I test drove one, CJ, before I bought the Type R, and I like the TRD Pro with the voodoo blue, beautiful color, but I usually lay my leg against the side of the door when I'm driving, and I did that on the Toyota Tacoma, and the Toyota, right where my knee sits is the actual speaker grill. Well, as you can imagine, your leg rubbing against the speaker grill is like a cheese grater, right? Well, it did that to my knees, and I was like, ow, this is not comfortable at all. And for the Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro in the blue was almost $50,000, and it just wasn't worth it. If you can get one in the 30s, brand new, worth every penny. But do I think it's worth almost $50,000? No. And that's why I passed on the 4Runner. I like the 4Runner a lot. There's lots of room, big off-road car, tons of capability, great resale value, but they wanted $49,000, and I was like, what? And I was like, no, I'm done. Seriously, damn it, Toyota. No. And so that's what locked the deal in immediately. I was like, dude, Civic Type R, $36,000, done. And that's what I actually bought it for. I've already made 3 payments on the Type R, and I'm only down to $34,000 left on the car. So it's like, yeah, to me it was a better deal to go for that, and I'm glad I did. Oh God, the camper gang. I know we're talking about. Can't confirm North Carolina has tons of disgusting squatter trucks. Now I remember the lowrider trucks. If you were around the '90s, guys, the low-riding mini trucks were one thing, but they were still capable. You know, most of them had air suspension. They would crank them back up. But the tilty wheels, they can't do anything about that. It's not like they can correct the wheels and go, you know, they can't do that. Have you taken a chance to look up Channel Concrete? Never heard of them. Never heard of it. Most expensive house in Tampa, Florida. Never heard of it, buddy. Hugh D, can you explain if it should be in... It's hard. Excuse me. Can you explain if you should be installing P&S Beadmaker over McGuire ceramic wax? No one talks about applying over Geon wet coat reload or ceramic. So a lot of people say that you need to be applying over a ceramic coating. A 3-in-1, I assume you can apply this to anything. Please forgive me, I haven't done enough research yet because I haven't decided what car I'm going to put it on yet. But from what I understand, it's more of a topper, kind of like a Car Pro Reload that you stated. And this is meant to be put on. But from what I do read, it should be able to be put on any type of car. It doesn't matter if it has a ceramic coating or not. But please, I have not read every bit of this yet, and I haven't done any full research before I make the video. Sorry, that Twitter comment got me big time. Because all it says right now is, it says wash vehicle prior to product application. Beadmaker works best on new, finished, or freshly detailed vehicles. If necessary, clay the surface or the paint prior to applying Beadmaker. Apply Beadmaker to paint surface. Again, it says nothing about applying it to a ceramic coating or anything before, so you should be able to apply this normally to regular stuff. Spray to the paint surface. Beadmaker may be applied to wet or dry surfaces. Dry surface application will enhance overall product performance. Once applied, remove product with a microfiber towel. Flip towel as needed for proper product removal. Repeat process over entire painted surface of the vehicle. Allow product to cure for a minimum of 8 hours to achieve maximum thing. So again, there is nothing on here that says to apply this as like a top coat, or you can only put it to ceramic coating or whatnot. From what I read on that, it's more like all these other ones now that you can just apply it straight to the paint. You do not need to apply it to anything if you do not want to as a topper. It just is an amazing topper on top of these things if you really want to boost your performance. Jordan's like, I didn't see that you had P&S Beadmaker in your hand. Sorry, Jordan. So that's the way it goes. How many miles on your Type R, and are you at 3,000 or 5,000 oil changer? So Tula, the Type R has 1,200 miles on it now. What everybody says is you just wait until the oil change light comes on. Last time I checked it yesterday, it said I have 80% oil life left in it. So they said don't change your oil until it actually tells you to change it. And I think that's somewhere around 5,000 miles is what everybody's telling me. But the way I drive my cars, it will probably be another year before I hit 5,000 miles because I have too many cars. Plus, I ride my motorcycles 2 days a week, and I don't drive my cars on the weekend. I'm always in the minivan. So I don't put miles on that. So I bet it'll be another year before I hit 5,000 or 6,000 miles when it actually needs an oil change. So we'll see. And yes, I do put synthetic in there. So there's modal racing oil in there, modal full synthetic. There is, I think it's Mobil 1 synthetic in that one. Not 100% sure. That's semi-synthetic in the sport bike. They said sport bikes are better with semi-synthetic, so that's what they run. And then the Grom, I don't know what the Grom is. I think it's just basic oil in the Grom. Are you going to do any top 10 videos? One, I've actually done a few in the past if you want to go back and search them. They're all the results are the same. So if you see any current products in there, they're all still the same. No big deal. But feel free to go back and check them out, man. I've done a few of those in the past. What do you think about buying a DA polisher from Walmart? No. I'd rather see you get the Harbor Freight one versus I'd rather see you getting one from Walmart. But seriously, if you can, buy the Grillo's Garage one. It has the lifetime warranty, solid product. You'll see more pros in their videos using the orange Grillo's Garage ones than you're going to see any other brand. You'll see a lot of the pros using the Roops or the Flex and stuff, but you'll still see a lot of them in the background. In many of their videos, they're using that orange Grillo's Garage ones. So if that tells you anything, that's amazing. You know what I mean? Do you work a lot overtime? Not really, because I don't need the hours. When I was younger, before I was married, I did. I worked as much as I possibly could because I liked the money. And obviously, I was single, so I was only one income. But once I got married, I cut back a lot, so I'd have more time at the house. I'll give you an example. When I used to deliver, I'd be out there 12 hours every single day. So I was getting 4 hours of overtime every single day. And that's pretty good pay rate. You know, you're right at $50 an hour. So I was totally okay with that. But as a young man or somebody who's married now, that we have enough income to go around to spend money, that I don't need to get that many hours. So I try and stay away from working a million hours. Liquid Moly is one of the best oils. Thoughts on brands? I have never tried that one before. Again, I've just stuck to usually Mobil 1 synthetic and that's just generally what I do. I don't rate them. I just go by what is highly recommended, and I know that's one of the better brands, so I stay with it. You know what I mean? When the GTR specialists were working on my car, they checked the oils check, and they did the inspection of a car. They always recommend modal, so that's what they use in all their race GTRs. So that's what they put. They put modal synthetic oil in there. So it's whatever. Just bought it from Amazon. Thanks again, bro. Good deal, man. I forgot what we're buying though. What are we buying? What are we buying from Amazon? I don't know. Sorry if I don't know what you guys are doing, but yeah, just let me know what you guys are picking up for yourselves, and we'll go from there. Oh yeah, good stuff, good stuff. What do you think of Mobile One for a full? I don't know about that. Again, I don't get into engine stuff. You know me, guys. I'm not a mechanic by any means. I don't do that stuff. I always pay people to do it. I have worked a little bit on my Grom, and I've taken the engine apart and stuff like that for like basic oil changes and stuff. But I don't actually get into any of my cars. I always find somebody that I can trust with my cars and let them work on it, and that's generally what I've always done. DA Polisher, yes, I think you'll be having a great time. I've had that grills for 5 years, never a single issue, and lifetime warranty. Just keep your receipt, put it in the original box. I still have my original boxes, guys. I don't know if you want to call me like a thing, but I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there. There is the box for Grills Garage Polisher. Just put your receipt in the box, put it back in the corner, and you're golden. That's all you guys got to really do. I'm serious about that. Is that the Mexican Coke? Yes, it is. It's the Mexican Coke that you buy, the big 20 case from Sam's Club. And it came over here legally. It is a legal resident of the United States now. It did not jump the fence. It came over legally. It had its documents, and it made it through customs, and it said, I want to be an American citizen. And I was like, well, come on in. Come on in, brother. So we let him in as long as he went through the proper paperwork, and he did. He had his MSDS sheet of what was inside of it, and we said, okay, you're good to go. You're now an American. Come on in. That's good. That's good right there. That's a good Mexican-American. Solid Project Fram, what's up? The Amazon oil. Amazon oil, yeah. I've seen a lot of people in the car thing starting to talk about the Amazon oil, saying that they really like it. Again, I don't flip out my oil, so I don't pay attention to it. I usually go with what's recommended at the shops that we go to. Obviously, with here, I took it to the performance shop. They did that. This, I take it to the motorcycle shop down the street from here. It's like 10 minutes away, and they do all my motorcycles, and they recommend the one type. So they've been around for 40-something years at that shop. The same family owns it, so I'm going to go with whatever they recommend. The other cars, I think the blue Prelude has Quaker State in it or something like that. I think the white Prelude has some other brand. I don't know. I just take it to the one guy over there in Wesley Chapel, and I just let him do all the work on it. Which DA do you think is better for Grills Garage roofs? Okay. The problem with this one, Angel, is now you're going to have to get into different levels. Hold on. My watch is beeping. So the roofs is going to have more of a, unless you get the big, the Grills Garage, like 20 or 15 or 20, the roofs is going to have a bigger throw. So you're going to have much more like, you can do a lot more work with just one pass. Let's just put it that way. Where the Grills Garage 6 inches is a little bit smaller of a throw, okay? Unless you get to one of the bigger ones that like the Grills 15 or 21 millimeter, then you will actually be competing. But other than that, either one is a toss-up. I know a lot of people use roofs. A lot of the pros use roofs. A lot of them use Flex. Flex is like the big German brand that a lot of people swear by. So it really gets a toss-up of what you feel best using. I've used a Flex before. I think they're really good. They have the, how do I want to say it? So, you know, you have the vibration in your hands. Well, they actually have stuff that helps cut down the vibration. Flex does that. They're known for their products have like it's a weighted system that cuts down on the actual shaking when, you know, it's vibrating in your hands. So that's what's really cool about it. But again, I've never tried the bigger size grills, but, you know, as long as they live up to the hype of the original 6-inch one, again, lifetime warranty, I really can't complain too much. You had a 3-ounce arm of a Carnauba. Oh, yes, Roger. Yes, it's the Pinnacle Sovereign. So you can buy it from autogeek.com. I'll show it to you, buddy. So this is called Pinnacle Sovereign. It's a pure, whatchamacallit, pure white wax, okay? So it's white Carnauba wax. It's amazing. It smells amazing. It's expensive. So there's a 3-ounce bottle, or a jar of it. This is $60. $60. But this is the stuff that when you go to Pebble Beach and all those concourse events and stuff, That's the kind of carbon nickel wax they're putting on those cars. So you want the best thing for your $300,000 car, and yours in that concours events. That's the kind of wax they're putting on there. Like the bigger bottle, I think it's like $100 and something for the bigger bottle of it. But you get your amazing, amazing results. It's a pure carbon nickel wax, so it will melt away in the heat of your sun. But even if you get 2 months out of it, you're just going to be like, hot damn. And with that wax, you do not have to let it haze up. You just apply it and wipe it right back off again. That's it. So you just put a little bit amount on your paint and wipe it right back off again. It is amazing. So you're not going to kill your arms applying it. You're not going to kill your arms taking it off. It can be applied with a DA polisher. They do make a liquid version of it, and you'll just love it. How much did it cost you? So I went to the performance shop here in the Orlando area. They charged me $100 to change the oil. Nissan charges $200 to change it. If I take it to the dealership, it's $200. But because I took it to the performance shop, I just had to schedule an appointment when they would be there. They had a slot open because they work on a lot of GTRs. So when I went in, I think there was 3 GTRs, and then 1 was up on the lift. When I got there, they were redoing the entire engine on it. So they built engines for racing and GTRs and rolled it in there. And I was the only customer there at the time. So they were like, you know, oh no, they were showing me all the little workshop that they work in. It's a small shop behind the guy's house. It's pretty cool. And they lifted it up, took all the plastics off, and they took me through every bit of the GTR. It was really cool. But they only charged me $100. They reset everything. They told me about the 2 O2 sensors that were going bad, and that's why he's like, wait. He's like, if you're going to get a downpipe and you're going to get some air intakes in this bad boy, there's no reason for us to replace the 2 O2 sensors. You still have 1, and it still works. So until it goes bad, save your money, because it's going to cost you a certain amount of money to take all that stuff out just to replace the O2 sensors. Like, if we're going to be taking it out anyways, put in new downpipe, new air intakes, let us just do it all at one time, and we'll install all the stuff for you as part of the fee, because we'd have to take them all off anyways. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea. But that's why they just charged me it. And they looked under the car with me and showed me anything they thought were concerned. They said, your brakes are still fine. You probably got another 5,000 or 6,000 miles on your brakes. He said, your back brakes are fine. Your rotors are fine. He said, your tires are still good. And he said, where did the car come from? I said, according to Carfax, it was from Michigan. This car came from Michigan. And before I bought it from the exotic car dealership in South Florida. And he said, there's not a speck of rust under this car at all. He said, it was a garage queen wherever it came from. I'm like, yep, I wouldn't doubt it. So that was a good thing. And I really liked that they took the time to show me underneath the entire car. He's like, come on back here, let me show you everything. And he was going to town with me. And I like that about their company. You know how some places are like, oh, you can't go past the wall. You can't go past the wall. But he was like, come on back. You need to come check out your car. I'm like, oh, cool. So that was fun. He said there was even missing a couple bolts that held up the plastic shroud underneath it. He said there was a couple bolts missing that they had extra in the shop, so they put the bolts in. And he said we actually made it where it was brand new again looking. And I was like, oh, cool. I had no idea, because of course I don't get underneath the car. Coal Night. No, I have not, but yes, I have the product, but I have not tried it out. Heard of nothing but high-end results. I don't know how much oil it takes. I just know that this is their racing motor oil, so anything synthetic always costs twice as much. So think of it like that. Even if the oil costs $50 in oil, well, then they're only charging $50 to do the complete visual inspection of the car, plus the actual changing the service. So that's not a bad deal. Again, Nissan charges $200. Anything GTR related is expensive. Think of it like this: your prescriptions at the drugstore are way up here. The exact same medication they give to your dog, exact same, is like $6. Think about that one. Think about that one. Just because it's medical, it's for human beings, it's 10 times more than what it would be for anything else. A pair of medical scissors, suddenly $40 or $50. A pair of Walmart Chinese knockoff scissors, $2. Think about that. That's what tells you something right there. Because you have a GTR, you clearly have a lot of money, and you can blow a lot more money on this stuff. And I really think that's what Nissan and other places think. Do you listen to any podcasts? No, I don't listen to podcasts. I don't listen to anything like that at all. That's never been me. I guess it was never for me. So I just don't do it. How's that sound? I don't know what to explain by that. Man, we've been on an hour and a half already. Can't believe that. Well, I'm thinking about it, guys. You guys want to do a giveaway real quick? You guys wanted to have a fun little giveaway? I haven't done a giveaway in like 2 weeks because we were on the cruise and stuff, and then last week things didn't work out. So I want to do a giveaway right now. So here's what we're going to be doing. What I do on the giveaways here is that everybody will be, I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 100. I'm about to write down right now. Everybody out here will get one shot and one shot only to say what number that they pick between 1 and 100. The person that is closest to my number wins, and you will contact me via Facebook or via Instagram, private messages, and let me know your address and stuff like that. And then I'll get it shipped out to you. So what I'm going to give away this time is going to be Wax Gods Car Soap and Wax Gods Spray Wax, okay? Amazing products, both. I love them both a lot. Both solid A products. And I'll get them out to you next week, obviously, when the post office opens again. So here's how it's going to go down. Remember, everybody gets one guess only. Don't repeat it 100 million times. I don't need that. Just say one guess only, and then, of course, whoever wins, congratulations. That's the way it's going to go down. You're just going to contact me. So give me a second. I'm going to write down a number. Hold on. Okay, make sure my pen works. Yep, my pen works. Okay, let me see if I can find something solid to put this on. All right, let's see here. All right. Oh. All right, here we go. All right, so I have my number written down. Everybody has one shot. Go now. Give me your numbers right now. Everybody has one shot at this. That's it. If you got a number, throw it out there right now. I'll let you guys pick if you're interested. Some people just aren't interested, and that's just the way it goes. Some people are not interested, and that's totally fine. I don't care. It's the way it goes. But you know what? I take care of my subscribers, and I want everybody to always know that. This is probably about $20 in products right here, plus it's going to cost me another like $13 or $14 to ship it out, priority mail. So I take care of you guys, and I hope you guys will always remember me by it. So that's the way we're going to do it. Look at all these people. Look at all these people. Who's going to get it? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? I'll give it another 15 or 20 seconds, and then I'll go ahead and close it out. And that way everybody has their time and chance to actually throw out a number. And we'll go from there, because I want to make up to you guys, because I didn't actually get to do a giveaway. And I am sorry about that. I was supposed to do it on Tuesday, but my son had a complete meltdown, which woke up my wife. And then my wife came and gave me a meltdown speech about yelling at me about how she needed to sleep and she has to be at the hospital at 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. I told Leah. So I knew it was going to go down like that. All right, 10 seconds left. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. If you got a one number, just guess one number. That's all you got. That's all you got. 10, and that's it. No more, no more, no more. So let's go. Let me go through them real quick and see who is closest. All right, I know who it is. I know who it is. You guys ready? Dun, 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 dun. Bam. You see it? 44. 44. So if the person I can tell is the closest right now, unless somebody can correct me, it's Juan Velasquez. So Juan, you are the winner, unless anybody can prove that you had a 44 dead on, but Juan had a 45. So Juan wins this one. Juan, I need you to contact me either Facebook private message or Instagram private message with your address, and I will take care of you right away, buddy. Okay? So congratulations, Juan. You are getting some new Wax God stuff coming your way next week. As accurate. Good deal, iPhone. Yeah, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I've had in the past where the stream skipped once. And when in the middle of the giveaway, the screen actually like jumped for a second, and I was like, shit. So I ended up sending away 2 products to different people, trying to make up for my bad, because it was like, oh crap, I screwed up. But I didn't know the live stream had skipped for like 20 seconds, and it didn't show to me that it was skipping. And the poor guy had actually guessed the number closer than the other guy, and I felt horrible about that. So I wanted to let you guys know that. So there we go. So Juan, I will definitely see you in your private message, and we'll be going from there. Well, Cody, if you'd actually do something, get your butt out there and try and get me some more subscribers, we'll be to 28,000 by the end of the weekend. How does that sound? Because I know you can pull at least another 50 or 60 subscribers. You are the man. Make it happen, Cody. Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. So anything else you'd like to talk about this evening? Because right now it's just put the ball in your court. Whatever you guys want to discuss, it's fine. We'll discuss it. And then we'll probably go ahead and start chilling out for a while, man. Contact you tomorrow. I will see you then as well, Juan. It is, I'll be looking forward to it. I'll go ahead and box it up, and that way I can just have to put your label on it and stuff like that. And then just let me know whenever it gets to your house, man. And we'll go there. Yep. No problem, Juan. No problem whatsoever. That's what we do. That is what we do. We give away stuff. We take care of subscribers because subscribers take care of me. The channel is just booming right now. The subs are coming in every day, 30, 40 a day. It's been great. The views are really going up. I love it. It's been good all around. So I got to take care of the people that have always taken care of me. Juan, you got a stalker. You got a stalker. Somebody's coming to get you, Juan. Somebody's going to come get you. They want to come see where you live. They want to come visit you, Juan. What state do you live in, Juan? What state do you live in? Best fabric guard, Wilmer. I am going to tell you right now, 303 fabric guard is the best. I've never tried anything better. It is amazing. It's stinky. Let it sit there for about 24 hours and you're going to be like, oh my God, it's literally that good. I'm telling you, you've got to buy some, William. You have to buy some. It's right here. I'll try and get it out. So this is their old bottle. It doesn't really look like this anymore, but it looks like this. Fabric, 303 fabric guard. Nothing better. I use it on tennis shoes every time I buy new shoes. I use it on floor mats. I use it on motorcycle jackets. Use it on my son's stroller, baby seat, you name it. It's on everything. So that way, water, dirt, whatever, just zips right off. It's amazing. I love it. iPhone with 99 cents more, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. How often do I wash undercarriage? I really don't mess with that because Everett here in Florida, we don't get snow or anything. So other than like dirt or debris underneath it, I don't have anything. I'll be real with you, Everett. You guys can't see. Maybe you can or you can't. There's the white cars out there. That's a 1991 Honda Prelude out there. You guys seen it in my videos. That car was originally purchased in Jacksonville, Florida. I bought it when it was in Pensacola, Florida from a Navy guy because there's a Navy base in Jacksonville and in Pensacola. And I bought it, so it was a Florida car its whole life, the entire life. So it'll be 30 years old, what, 2 years from now? And it doesn't really, other than a minor surface rust in some minor areas, like just like surface where the paint started fading away, there is no rust on the car, and that's the biggest difference. So I don't worry about it here. Let's put it that way. I'm from California. Dude, I have so many subscribers from California. Do they sell it in stores? I think they do, Wilmer. I want to say it's either in AutoZone or Advanced Auto Parts. They will sell it in the stores. Go on their website and you should be able to see a list of what stores carry what. But I know like the near Walmart or near AutoZone, Advanced Auto Parts, they're all going to carry it for you. At least they carry a lot of the other 303 products, so they should carry the fabric guard as well. But I love it. You guys in Florida have old people, not snow. No, we don't really have old people like you think. Everybody thinks there's old people here, but they're not what you think of. The vast majority of people moving here now in droves are like people from New York, New Jersey, or the islands. Especially the Orlando area is blowing up. It's the second fastest big city in America growing right now. And you're having a massive influx of Latino population is moving here as fast as they can. Mostly Puerto Ricans, but you're having a lot of Dominicans, a lot of Venezuelans, and a lot of Colombians are starting to move here as well. So you'd be surprised. I rarely ever see old people around here, to tell you the truth. Maybe older Spanish people, but not the old people that you see in the area. I think those people are going to be near your the coasts, like going down towards Sarasota, Bradenton, Fort Myers and stuff like that, Clearwater, St. Petersburg, but not really around here. You just don't see old people really. It's just nobody wants to be around here. But a lot of people here are actually moving up north. They don't want to be in Central Florida anymore. What do you think of Geon Cure? I have never used it before. Geon, I was really thinking Geon. I was going to go with that or the CarPro C-Quartz. And I ended up going with the CarPro C-Quartz, but I love the CarPro stuff. But I also heard Geon was an amazing company to deal with as well. Getting off here again in the morning. Thanks for sure, man. I appreciate Tula for stopping by. 303 said there was never a Melissa. My name is Cody. I troll people. Okay, Cody. Okay, you keep saying that, buddy. What products do you use to clean the entire base? I have used Chemical Guys Orange Degreaser. I've used Master Senses Degreaser, and as long as you dilute them both to their proper settings, they are both stellar. Always cover your electrical fuses box and cover your alternator. Other than that, go to town, soak the hell out of it, let it sit there for about 45 seconds, agitate it with some brushes, like your wheel brushes or whatever, and just blast it off with a hose. That's all you gotta do. It's really, really simple. I've made a couple videos on it, so hopefully that helps you out. To get away from the tax from those cities. Yeah, the taxes in Orlando are pretty heavy. Like Orange County is about double what Osceola County is where I live. So all the surrounding counties around Orlando, Orange County are way cheaper to live in tax-wise. So you have Lake County is on the west side. The Osceola County where I am is on the south side. The north side is all Seminole County. And so all the counties around is where a lot of people live and they commute in because it's only like, depending on where they are, it's 30, 45 minutes, depending on what area of around Orlando they are in. So again, like a Chemical Guys Orlando is not even in Orlando. It's not even in the same county as Orlando. It's actually up in Altamont Springs, I think it is, or somewhere up there, like Sanford area, up in Seminole County. So don't know if that was for tax purposes, maybe because the guy owns another business up there. I don't know. Who knows? What's up, Tristan? How you doing, buddy? I use Gion Synchro on my truck, and it's amazing. Good. I've heard a lot of amazing things about Gion. I wish I had more cars coming in. When I had my friend's 370Z here last weekend, it was a nice blessing because I was able to work on another nice car that people would enjoy. But I just wish I had more cars in general getting to come through where I could test more products on and give you guys like more real world results. A lot of times I don't have enough vehicles to try it on, and I don't want to try it on boring cars for the most part, like boring SUVs or just some lame cars. So I really do try and get more what do you want to call it, more sports cars and stuff like that over here. Something that, you know, you might get a little bit of eye candy involved with it, but I don't mind if that's all I had was like some boring commuter car, like a Corolla come on over here. To me, it would just be like, hey, that's just one more product for me to try on. How's the home search? We've just kind of been sitting here. You know, we haven't really found anything that's popped up in a while on Zillow. So we kind of leave Zillow on and we check it once in a while, but we haven't found anything in a while that really blew our minds. Last house we did see that we both really liked was sold. She thought it was too expensive for her at that time. And come to find out, we looked at a new housing development that was on the lake. And it was a bigger house, of course. It was about 1,000 square foot bigger. But it was also about $400,000 more, and it was on the lake. And so she found it really quick that last house that we both loved was a better deal, and we should have bought it. But again, it's just what happens. You know, it just probably wasn't the right time. Anytime, let's put it this way, from my life experience, even though it might suck ass, and it really does suck, that it gets you so burnt out, sometimes when you're trying and thinking that this is the right thing for you to buy, this is the right time for you to buy, et cetera, so usually is not. If something happens and you think, okay, I've got everything lined up and it falls through, it was because it was meant to fall through and it wasn't the right time. And the right thing will come in right when you don't expect it. Every single time I've tried to do something in life and it didn't work out and they always failed and it burnt me off pretty bad, is when got bugs all over me. Damn it, go bug, go die. But every time within like a couple months to later, half a year later, it's all worked out. I thought I was going to get my 370Z. I didn't buy it. I used all my down payment money that I had saved up. I had $6,000 cash saved up for the 370Z. I bought my wife's engagement ring with that $6,000, and I spent that money on there. Well, what was it, about 5 months after we got married, I ended up getting the 370Z that you guys all know from. When I was looking to buy another car, the GTR came up when the guy that bought my 370Z, he contacted me and was like, you know, I really want to buy your car. And he kept writing me. Well, I finally sold it to him, and that same day I bought the GTR. I was looking at some other cars, and the Type R, the guy with the Type R came out of nowhere and said, look, dude, just come over to Tampa. I'll sell it to you for $400 above MSRP. Because I went to a couple of different dealerships online in South Florida, and they all told me they would sell it to me at MSRP. And as soon as I asked for the final paperwork so we can get the loan going, they jacked up $5,000. And I was like, fuck off. And I was pretty pissed about that. And then a month later, this guy I got introduced to, he's like, I'm a sales guy over here at Tampa. Come over here. I'll do it for $400 above invoice, above sticker. And I'm like, okay, done. I'm on my way. So everything always works out for a reason. It's just the way it goes. And I think that's the same thing that's going to go on with the house as well. When the right thing comes along, we will get it. No questions asked. It will be the right house at the right time, and it'll blow us away. And it'll blow you guys away too, because you'll be like, damn, because you see some of the houses that we're looking at, they're huge. Masterson's flag. Yeah, I'm still waiting on that as well. I haven't heard from Greg in a long time. Greg's kind of like, I don't know, he fell off the map or what, but I don't know. It's funny because now I'm starting to see, so there's Auto Geeks Detailing 101 page on Facebook everybody knows about, or maybe doesn't know about it. You have a lot of people asking questions about detailing and stuff like that in there. Let me tell you, now they're just dogging him now too. I mean, it is a hate fest in that Facebook group. I don't even know why I'm still in there, because if you don't say that I'm using the highest end product in the world, then people will dog the shit out of you. They will make fun of you to no end. And that's not the way the detailing world's supposed to be, especially a Facebook group where you're supposed to get some help from it. They'll suggest anything and they'll just rip you a new one. And you know, right now they're you know, the new chemical guys, car soaps and all that spray ceramic, they are dogging it to no end. Just go in there, guys. Seriously, go join that Auto Geek Detailing 101, and they're just making fun of it nonstop. And it's just, you know, and then they're showing about this, that, or the other product, and they're showing Greg Masterson stuff, and they're just, you know, that's not what you want. It doesn't matter. You could be just an amateur guy who's truly asking a good question about a product, and you don't want to go in and be made fun of because you're just not going to want to interact anymore. And that's all I've seen in that group, and that kind of sucks. If I ever lived in Florida, you work on my car. Yeah, I have a lot of people that, one guy at work that says he does, but I have a big old truck, and I really don't want to do a big, giant truck right now. What was your dinner tonight? I had wings, boneless wings. They were honey blackened, so it was like a little bit of pepper, but it's like honey's flavored, so it's really good. I love it. I skip your comments, probably because I didn't read your comment, Dalton. I don't even know where your comment is. See, I don't know. Dalton, just say it again, dude. Seriously, I never even saw it. If you buy a new home, would you remodel it yourself or hire a pro? Honestly, Aaron, we said we don't want to spend any more money. We want it perfectly as soon as we walk in. You know what I mean? So as soon as you walk in, turnkey, there's nothing wrong with the house. It's exactly the way we want it, so we don't have to do anything else to it. That's what she wants, because this house needs a full update inside. It was built in 92, so everything inside is from 92, and of course, that's showing its age. And she's like over that kind of thing. Morning, what's up, Stupid Dave? What's up, Stupid Dave? How long do you think McGuire's Ultimate Liquid Wax? About 5 months is what I've found. Generally, about 5 months is a solid choice without seeing it really start to fade out. I'm in it. Okay. Boneless. What bone, brother? Huh? No, it's boneless. I only like boneless wings. I don't like bone wings that much because it's just too much of dealing with the bone, biting around the shit, and I don't like it. So I like just to like munch down the meat and go. You know what I'm saying? Gay comments and all. Yes, gay comments and all. You know it. I don't want to deal with a boner. I just like to put that meat in my mouth, and that's what I want, you know? What's more important to making a thick foam? I have never had to play with any of the orifices. Man, God, there's a lot of gay shit going on here. A lot of guys are going to be like, hey. But I've never had to mess with any of that orifices on anything. Seriously, I just leave it as is, and you guys get to see the results. And I don't really see the need to actually change it all. You guys get to see what I get. Like you just saw my one had super thick foam. So why would I need to improve it or change it in any way? So some people say they would like it. Some people said, whatever. But just an idea of what I'm thinking about. Do you find that most people, even with expensive cars, take poor care of the paint? It doesn't matter. You're going to have a mixed thing here. I've seen some people it's like their homes. Some people have very nice homes, but they're trashed inside or whatever. They don't keep them up. Some people buy nice cars and they don't keep them up either. They just don't care. They're just a means to get you from point A to point B. They don't care about the cars themselves. They're just like, as long as it runs, that's all they care about. And some people, though, with just low-end bottom basement cars, they will bend over backwards to make sure those bottom-end cars are as clean and as shiny as they can get them, and they run as well as they can. So it kind of is a mixed bag, because some people just buy the cheap junker cars because they don't give a flying crap about cars, and they just want a basic means of transportation. Some want a little bit of that, the fancy, I'm driving a Mercedes. They might just drive a C-Class Mercedes, but they can say, I'm driving a Mercedes. But do they care about cleaning it up and keeping it clean? No, they don't give a crap. My wife's kind of like that. My wife doesn't care about keep cars. She doesn't care about cleaning them up. She doesn't care about cleaning up the inside of the house. Nothing. It just doesn't matter. It's just a vehicle to get her to work and home every day. That's it. Have you ever heard a German car? No, I have not. Giggity, Chad, what the fuck? Oh, Christian's up in here. Gay Horse say, hey, have you ever heard of a wax by Chemical Guys cost $2,400? I think I have, but I would never spend $2,400 from anything from Chemical Guys. Even me pushing some of I think the most expensive thing I bought from Chemical Guys was Jet Seal, and that was a pretty good product, but I wouldn't buy anything else. Nothing that expensive from them for sure. Even thought the wife don't detail cars. She detailed the home. No, my wife doesn't keep the house clean at all. She's very messy. 28,000 end of the week, you say? What? I don't understand what you're trying to say. Isn't cleaning the car like cleaning the home? They both need care. I guess, but she doesn't care about one way or another. It's just her. She just doesn't care about stuff. And multiple people have talked to her and say, just go get yourself a cleaning maid. And she refuses to let anybody in our house. She's like, nope. They'll steal all my stuff, and I'm not letting them get in my house. So that's generally the way she is, and that's the way it's always going to be. Do a review of the foam cans. Do the Walmart foam can, Amazon foam cannon, and CG foam cannon. Then use 4 ounces of CG Honeydew Snow Foam in each one of the fair. Dude, 4 ounces would be a butt ton. You saw how much 2 ounces were in the foam cannon just yesterday. Imagine 4 ounces. It would be just like ridiculous. A good wife belongs in the kitchen. Ha! Oh, isn't that why you're divorced? Aren't you divorced, iPhone? Didn't you tell me you're divorced? Did you tell your wife that when you were married? I'm sure she didn't like that too much. What's your opinion on 3D Final Touch? I haven't used 3D Final Touch at all. I really like a lot of 3D products. I've never had any issues with them. Give it a shot. That's all I can tell you at this point because I haven't personally tried it out. I've only tried their polishes, their HD Speed, and their Monton Wax, but I have never tried, or I tried their Carnauba Wax as well, which is a little hard to apply, a little hard to get off, but still it works good. But I've never had any issues with 3D, so I say give them a shot. What are your hobbies? I like to travel as much as we can. I like, what is it? I like video games, but I don't play as much video games as I used to. Like cars, obviously. I like to go shoot when I can, go shoot the guns, like target range shooting and stuff. But I haven't been able to shoot as much either since I had my son because somebody always has to be at home to take care of him. Back in the day, me and her would go out to the range together and we'd go shoot the pistols and stuff together, but and the rifles, but we don't have much time anymore because somebody always has to be at home, and obviously, you know, we don't have anybody to babysit him and watch him while we go to the shooting range. So it's been a little hard for me to hit the range lately. I don't know. We'll see, Dalton. We'll see what happens. An average dog beats any wife. Average dog. Well, you got to get an above average dog. No, I don't want just an average dog. No, we just, we good. I'm an old school mountain. Oh, you, favorite gun? I have about 5 or 6. Hold on, let's see. Glock 19, Glock 21, Glock 23, Glock 43, and I think I have 5 Glocks now. So I'd say I have more Glocks than any other brand of pistols. And I have Sig Sauer. We got her a Smith & Wesson. We got the typical Ruger 1022s. I got a Colt M4 rifle. You know, I bought a lot of different guns. It's just the way it goes. You like an AR-15? Yeah, my Colt M4 is really nice. It my wife thought it was going to have a huge amount of kick, so it's pretty funny. When she shot it, she's like, "Oh, it's not too bad of a kick." I was like, "No, it's not as bad as you think." You know, I said essentially it's a 22 caliber bullet with just a lot more powder on the back end than a regular little 22. It's funny because when she first shot a little 1022 of mine, she thought it was going to be just as much kick as the rifle. She didn't know. She didn't really ever fire a 22 before, so she was like, "There's no kick in this at all." I'm like, "No, honey, the bullets are minuscule in comparison." So I was like, no. And so she liked the little 22. It was a lot of fun for her. But she wasn't scared when she shot the M4. It was pretty fun. Glock 19 is my favorite. Yep. Glock 19 is really good. I like my Glock 43. I usually keep that around with me because the 43 is the single stack 9mm. It works pretty good. Try Dino Wax. Maybe. We'll see. The AK, because you can abuse it. Most guns, as long as you halfway take care of them, they're going to last you forever. Most of your guns are going to outlast us by generations. You know, that's why you have so many guns that are 100, 200 years old, because they were made with quality back then, and you know, they just keep surviving. So it's pretty crazy. I had the Glock 21, which is their 45 caliber version. So I had the 45, the Glock 23, which is the 40 cal, Glock 19, which is the 9mm, Glock 43, which is also 9mm, and I think that's all my Glocks. Maybe one more that I can't remember. Don't know. Have you ever seen a gun fail video? I've seen a couple where you have a couple of these idiots giving these little girls like whatchamacallit, Desert Eagles and stuff, and they're idiots for doing that. Or shotguns and stuff, and they can't handle them, and that's the problem. They do it because they know it has a lot of kick, and that's kind of stupid too, because that can be dangerous. You know, now you have a person that can't control the gun, and now suddenly it's whipped back. Maybe it's pointing at you now, and maybe what if she, you know, flinches and pulls the trigger again? That happens. That happens a lot at the shooting range here. Right down the street from my wife's job is Oak Ridge Gun Range there on Orange Avenue, and they've had a couple murders there, or a couple suicides, I should say, there. They've had a lot of these people that come from like foreign countries that have never shot a gun before, and the range master isn't very safety oriented, and he doesn't stop them. So you have some of these morons that'll they'll come out there and they'll step out of the little shooting booth, and they, you know, where everybody's like standing in the row here, and then they're checking their gun, and the damn thing is loaded, and they're literally pointing the gun towards every one of these people here, and that becomes a problem now. The good shooting ranges, they'll fucking kick him out immediately. They don't play around with that kind of shit. They're like, you fucking, you know, like they'll tell them, dude, they're like, you play with that crap one more time, you're out of here, gone. And you know, they'll tell them, keep that damn thing pointed down range, because a lot of people have never shot a gun before. But they've had a couple of people that'll go in there, they'll rent the pistols to shoot them, and then they end up pulling the gun, they put it to their head, and they kill themselves. And so they've had it happen a couple times there, from what I heard. They just shoot their own head off. So that's some crazy shit too. I know this is way going away from car detailing, but You know, you guys asked what I did. Get an H&K. They're pretty damn expensive guns. Just like the 6 Hour. I bought my wife a 6 Hour 380. That damn thing was like $460 for that little 380, and she doesn't even like it, and that sucks. She likes the Glock so much better, so I was like, shit. So I was gonna go get her a Glock, because she doesn't like because the SIG has a hammer on it, and so she sees the hammer coming back before it comes in and hits the strike, and she kind of anticipates it, so she's always like, when she's going to shoot it, so it throws her aim off a bit. Where the Glock, you don't know until it goes click, and that's when obviously it sends the bullet down range. And so that is what she likes a lot better about the Glocks, because they are striker fired versus actually using a hammer. Who do you want to play the next Bond? Anybody that's back to normal. I want the last guy, not this blonde-haired idiot that sucked, but like the guy before him. I forgot what his name is, but he was to me the typical like British badass guy with the good looks and all that stuff. I forgot his name, but anyways, he was always really cool about it, and I really liked that a lot. I didn't like the blonde guy. It was way too dark. It wasn't cool. They were lame to me. I watched them once and I was like, done, go return to the movies. And that's generally the way it was for me. Would you sell your SIG? No, my wife keeps it in her purse at all times. Usually, her SIG usually goes with her to work and stuff like that. But she does want a Glock, I'll tell you that. So that's the way it goes. Have you seen the Glock rifle conversion? I don't know. You want Pierce Brosnan? Yes. To me, he was the classy guy, very, the good looks, but he was also like the guy, I'm going to go pick up all the girls and stuff. With the blonde guy, it didn't work. They never had a blonde Bond before, and it was too dark and too sinister, and that was lame. It wasn't fun, big explosions and all this stuff. I really genuinely liked that. That, to me, was the Bond series I grew up with Pierce Brosnan all through the 90s and stuff, and this stuff was awesome. I loved them. And where you walk out and you're like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. But with all the newer ones, I was like just watching them were so boring. And I'm glad they killed it off, because I was not impressed by them. Any 30-06? No, I don't go. I don't hunt or anything like that, so I wouldn't need a 30-06. All my uncles in Illinois hunt. They hunt deer nonstop because they have a lot of land. Land out there in southern Illinois is dirt cheap. It's like $1,000 or $2,000 an acre. It's nothing. So you buy whatever, a certain amount of acreage at one time, and they just let it go, and they either rent it out for farmers, and they keep the other part wooded, and then they make money off it essentially, and then they can go hunt on it whenever they want because it's their land. But that's what they generally do, and they have all that stuff. Convert pistols to rifles. Yeah, I have 2 rifles already. There's really no reason for me to get another rifle, because it's just like, how many can you carry at one time? It's kind of dumb. So I have a 10-22 breakdown, or takedown, they call it, the Ruger 10-22 takedown. It's pretty cool. It folds up into a backpack. Pretty sweet. And then I have my Colt M4, so pretty nice. So, yes, I have guns. I'm sure YouTube's already demonetized this entire thing because they're like, oh, guns, oh my God, we're from the West Coast, we're from California, guns are bad, and that kind of shit, because California people are like weird. Sorry, guys, I love you guys, but California people are damn strange. So anything on the West Coast, they're weird. Like, even going to, like, New York and stuff, they have the terrible attitudes in New York, but I don't see them being, like, so, like, hipster and weird like they are in California and, like, Seattle and stuff. It was just... was weird for me up there. Pump shotgun is one of the best for home defense. Oh, for sure, man, for sure. We were looking at getting one for her to put it in the closet or right next to the bed. But right now she keeps her Smith & Wesson Governor. If you know what the Governor is, she keeps that in the nightstand next to the bed at all times. So it has the 4-ton shotgun shells in it, plus it can shoot 45 with a moon clip and long Colts. Holy crap. Listen to that bad boy. Somebody's getting them full-on electrocuted. Listen to it. Yes, we killed a bug. I love this. I bought this off of Amazon about 2 weeks ago. It's on one of these like self-timer things down here that plugs into it, so for 8 hours every time it goes dusk, it's like a night light for Christmas things that turns it on. Dude, it saves my butt. I can actually be in the garage and not be overwhelmed by a million bugs, because the bugs are so bad, especially here in the summer. I already have bugs in the garage right now, but it's not as bad as it normally is. Before I bought that, I've been letting it run for like the last week and a half. You'll just find hundreds of those little tiny bugs dead under it every single day. Love it. It was worth every bit of $39. Hello, Ben. How you doing, Ben? Yeah, California is definitely interesting. Mossberg, yep. The problem with shotguns is that when you fire it, it will fly backwards, if it makes any sense. You talking about the kick on the shotgun. Yeah, I've been shooting shotguns since I was a little kid. It's no big deal. You killed a bug on the live internet. PO will be over tomorrow. But they only care about animals. That was an insect. They don't care about insects. It's pretty crazy. Try new Black Magic's Extreme Tire Shine. I think I've already tried something like that before. I tell you the truth, though. I don't know. M4 versus 16. They're essentially the same thing. The M4 is a little bit different, though, but essentially it is kind of the same gun itself. The M4, of course, obviously a semi-automatic or, or a burst, but it doesn't, you're not going to have the M16 or M16 original one would give you a full automatic, but everybody just, the M4 is fine, or the AR-15 for a lot of people that don't know. But like Colt actually makes the M4, so that's why I actually have a Colt M4. It's the LE something edition, so it's a law enforcement officer's edition. So it's like the plastic grip. It has all the attachment stuff you can put on there and all that crap. What do you, that's what you do. You send your wife and the baby to the closet and tell her to point the blow unless it's, you yell at his name. Yeah. No, I'll be like, no, just stay in there. Just stay in there. No, stay in there for, I don't know, a couple of hours at least. No, he's still here. Don't worry about it. Just stay inside. You stay in that closet. I'm good. I'm going outside, guys. Let's go outside. No, the burglar's still around the house. Just stay in the closet, guys. Stay in the closet. That's how we do it, right? Is that how we're supposed to do it? I don't know. Wow, what the hell was that? Somebody screaming down the street. How does the Meguiar's new 3-in-1 wax work? It works pretty good. You're going to see on the video tomorrow. Easy to apply, easy to remove, which I like about it. I don't think it's anything more than an updated, cleaner wax of theirs, but for 2019. So for 2019, you're seeing a lot of new products that are, okay. You guys know I liked Meguiar's, or I'm sorry, it was called Dub Tire Shine. Well, then they dropped Dub Tire Shine last year, and now they make Meguiar's Ultimate Tire Shine. Guess what? Shocker alert. It's the same product, just rebottled. And I really think the cleaner wax, the red tin cleaner wax, or bottle red one, is the exact same thing as the 2019 version. It's just different name, different packaging. It's kind of like Chemical Guys, but what you're going to see is they're dropping their products. Unlike Chemical Guys, they just keep adding, and they keep carrying the old products. They might change the scent of it, change the color, but it's the exact same damn product. Where the actual, this is actually, they dropped the old products and they change it up. Haven't been online for a while. How's Civic Type R? Doing pretty good, man. Loving it so far. I have $2,000 left to pay on the one credit card. We paid off the other credit card just recently from our last cruise. Once that's paid off, then I'm going to actually put exhaust on it and liven it up a little bit, get a new air intake put on it. But right now, it's just pay off the rest of that one credit card that I put on the extended warranty on the credit card. And then sky's the limit. It's time to go have some fun with that car. Put exhaust on it, cold air intake on it, a downpipe on it. And then put some wheels on it, maybe around this fall, around Christmas time. Well, wheels, maybe some springs on it. And then after that, it'll probably be pretty good. I probably won't do much to it after that. It'll just give it a nice little bit of a tone to it. New wheels, give it a little bit of a different stance look to it. But other than that, like, no, not stance like this with the wheel sides. I'm just like a new, aggressive look to it. And then, just leave it there until it's paid off. Because I throw $34,000 left on that one. I've only made 3 payments on it, so my goal is as soon as this thing's paid off here around November, I think is when I have it scheduled to be paid off, that I'll put all $2,000 a month on that car and have it paid off by next Christmas is what my game plan is. So by Christmas of 2020, I will be 100% debt-free unless something comes up. But I have enough cars, so I don't need to go buy any cars because I have a 4-door, I have sports cars, I have motorcycles, so there's no reason for me to actually spend any more money anytime in the future on cars. It'll be more of starting to save money for another home, like a vacation home out west, where me and my family can still enjoy it, maybe rent it out as an Airbnb, that kind of thing. Make some money off the side of it. Have you ever got pulled over for dark tint? 3 times in Georgia. In Georgia, I got pulled over 3 times, and all 3 times they let me go. Nothing ever happened in Georgia. As soon as they saw I was from Florida, it was like, have fun, boss. And that was basically the way it was. They did your background check and was like, yeah, you're good to go. I'm like, mm-hmm. And they would just say, okay, have a great day, sir. I'm like, you take care, too. You take care. And that was generally the way it was. But in Florida, nobody gives a rat's ass here in Florida about tint. Tint is a joke. I've sat right next to the cops, and the cops have 5% limo tint on them. So nobody cares here in Florida. Tint is just like, man, like weed in California. Oh yeah, it's okay, cool, man. It's the same thing with tint here in Florida. Nobody gives a crap. The cops just don't care. I've only ever heard of people getting tint tickets here in Florida if there was all kinds of crap going on. The guy's mouthing off to the cops and everything, and so he's throwing the book at him kind of thing. But as a daily thing, cops don't care about tint. They just don't. I've had dark tinted cars since 97. Yeah, since 97, I've had 5% limited tinted cars. So 22 years. I've had at least one or two of my cars have been limo tinted, and at any given time, so I don't have any problem with it. Is there anything I should do on my 2018 Accord 2.0 touring, considering I've done very little 1 year? Oh, nothing. Just keep the oil change, man. You'll be fine. It's a Honda. It's going to last for years. If you're willing to keep that car, just basic maintenance, your tires, brakes, rotors, whatever, just basic maintenance up on it, that thing will last you 200,000 or 300,000 miles. As long as you're willing to stand by that car and keep it up, other than your basic maintenance and stuff, you'll have that car for 20, 30 years if you really wanted it. Hondas are amazing. That's why I like them. Anything Japanese brand, it tends to last a long time. That's why I like them. Tint cost me, so to have that entire car tinted, so all the windows are tinted. So there's 4 windows, and the rear window has the 5% metallized window. So it's not ceramic, it's metallized. It goes all the way around. It's better for a heat. And the entire front windshield is it's called Air Blue, which is the actual, it's a ceramic tint, but it's like a clear ceramic tint. That is, so you have technically it's 6 windows tinted, was $210. That's all that charged me. So not bad, 210 bucks, and that's with the visor strip and everything I like. Yeah, the transmission fluid change. Everything is just go by the book. Example, 2 weeks ago, we took my wife's minivan in for her 45,000 mile check. So they did the fluid changes and it did something else. They put out new front brakes and new front rotors on the van because they had 46,000 miles on it. So the brakes were worn out in the front. The back brakes are still fine, but we had everything serviced and it was all done at Toyota. Yes, people will say, oh, just go over there. You can get it done in Joe Billy Bob's down the street. That's fine, but for her van, I'm more interested in keeping it running for years and years and years. It is our family vehicle, so every weekend we're in it. Every trip we go on, we're in that vehicle. So I want it to last and last and last and never have a stress about breaking down. So if it's all done there at Toyota, we have all the records, it'll stay running forever. And even she kept her last, well, not the Toyota Tucson, she had the Hyundai Tucson, the blue one you guys might have seen from years ago. She had that for 2 years before we got the van because we needed a bigger vehicle. But the car before that, the Hyundai Accent she kept that car for 10 years before she finally got the Hyundai, so go figure. Yeah, I don't drive as much. My commute to work is 14 miles one way and 14 miles back. And if you do the math, if I was to drive that 52 weeks a year, 7 days a week, it's like 6,700 miles a year. That's all I would put on my car. But because I have so many damn different cars, I spread the mileage out, so I really don't get a lot of miles. I bought that in January of 2017. I put 4,300 miles on it. I bought this in, when did I buy the ZX6R? I bought that in, was it around October of 2015? And I've put about 10,000 miles on that thing. My Grom has 2,500 miles, 2,500 miles on the Grom, and I bought that about a year and a half ago. It has 2,500 miles on it. The Civic has 1,200 miles on it. The white Prelude has 197,000 miles. I drove it last night to go get pizza and stuff. And when I originally bought that, it had like 180-something thousand miles on it. And that was back in 2009. So I've had it for 10 years. I've only put 10 or 12,000 miles on that car. And when I lived in Pensacola, Florida, I was literally 10 minutes from work. It was literally 4.5 miles to work each day. That's all I had to drive. I pulled out of my little neighborhood, drove all the way down the road, cut back through another neighborhood, and that's where the warehouse was for my job down there. It was literally 4.5 miles from my job to my work. So I was there in less than 10 minutes every day. So I didn't put many miles on any of my cars. My old 05 Accord was right off last year, 125 miles. Damn, right off. That sucks, man. Get a Corolla if you want a reliable car. If you want a boring, reliable car, you get a Corolla. If you want a nicer looking, reliable, small car, get a Civic. Seriously, Civics look way better than Corollas do. Corollas are ugly as hell. Have you ever heard of the brand Shine Armor? I think I've heard it once, but not 100% sure about that movie fan. I was thinking about putting some ambient light in the Accord. Do you recommend one of the new, since I only want to put in new models? Maybe. I know the Civic comes with a lot of options for like red ambient lighting underneath the dash and stuff like that to give it a little bit of a red glow. I was thinking about doing it as well, but I just haven't done it yet because they have the, the door sills. So I'll give you an example. My Civic has no door sills. So you see the GTR? The GTR has door sills. If you go on my Civic, there's no door sills here. It's just the paint all the way across, and that's kind of weird. And because you drag your feet along here sometimes and you get scratched with the paint. So I was going to get the illuminated Type R Civic plates. I think they're like $150 to have them both, and then it just wires it up top and plugs in. So that's my game plan, is to actually put those on the car. But they have some illuminated stuff that goes underneath the dash on the Civic that I think you had to buy. It's like $100 and something. And they're all like Honda OEM parts. And I was thinking about that. They have like a wireless charger you can put in there and some other stuff that, you know, you could have a dealer option out for it, but I didn't need all that stuff. So I was like, I don't really give a crap. Now I'll get it in there. Yeah, I would still take the Civic as well. A lot of sedan subcompact getting redesigned now. Yeah, hopefully. The Blue Prelude is being finished up as we speak. I'm supposedly trying to go pick it up next Saturday. It's still in Wesley Chapel, Florida, which is a suburb of Tampa. What happened is the car was basically done, and before I went on the cruise 2 weeks ago, I asked the guy, hey, actually 3 weeks ago, I said, now that the full front-end subassembly has been replaced or been upgraded and stripped of all the rust, would you do the back end of the car? And he's like, yeah, I can if you want to. And I was like, yeah, please do it. Well, you already have the car. So that's what extended him keeping the Blue Prelude longer, is that I said, look, you already have the whole front end is done. It's all clean. It's rust-free under the entire front end of the car. Well, you want to do the back end of the car now. So he has the whole back end assembly out underneath the car right now. And I asked him, I said, can I come pick it up next week? So that's what we're going to do. Is I'm going to try and pick it up next week, go over to Tampa, maybe stay the night, go to Busch Gardens or something like that, and then drive home. And I think that's our game plan next week, is to pick up the Blue Prelude, unless something catastrophic happens where he finds a part or two in there that has to be absolutely replaced. Like I did a new upper control arm in the Prelude, was completely shot. He put all new belts in the Prelude. He put one or two other things in it, and then he completely took out the whole subassembly down and took it down to the bare metal, and then to get rid of all the rust everywhere, and then repainted it all and put it all back in there. So it was actually done, but I said, fuck it, you're already there, let's just do the back end too. So that way I only have to repaint it later on this year if I have the funds, and it'll be all done. So that's why I don't have the Blue Prelude back yet. Turn on the Civic headlights, please. Okay, they're going to be really bright. Here, I'll just hit the unlock button. How's that sound? Because that'll work. Here. They'll be pretty bright. See? I don't know if you guys can see it. They're all LED lights. They're not like the halogen lights. Like, these are straight full LED lights. Hopefully I'm not breaking up. See how bright they are? These are all LEDs in the actual Civic. LEDs down low, LEDs here. So you see that? And they're jewel eye headlights. They're like the Acura jewel eye headlights. Now on the standard Civic, it's just a regular a halogen bulb. But on the actual thing, as you can see, look how bright these turn signals are. They're nuts when you think about it. It's stupid bright. See, look how bright they are. I love that. So I run with the full fog lamps the entire time when I'm driving. The fog lamps stay on. I want to be able to be seen. And all the rear lights, as you guys probably got to see, have all been swapped out. All the interior LEDs have been swapped out. The turn signals, the brake lights, reverse lights have all been swapped out to bright LEDs. The map light, dome lights, what else? The visor lights. Everything has been swapped out. The back trunk light's been swapped out, LEDs. I got rid of everything. So it's to make it really bright for me. Have you ever touched up a car? Like with paint? No. How do you feel about electric cars like Tesla? They have a Tesla. But I don't know. It's just not for me, man. Really expensive. You're almost like a test dummy when you're dealing with that, because too many people just, I guess you want to say, if any problems come, you're the ones that have to deal with it all. Where I like a good solid car where it's going to last and last and last. I can take this Civic right now and go out to hippie California and smoke weed with it all day long. Okay? I can do that. I just got to drive to a gas station and fill it up whenever it needs gas. I can't do that with the Tesla. The Tesla will not let me get there. I'll have to park it for hours and hours and hours and end and get it charged up again, and then have to go to the next charging port and hours and hours and hours and end. I can't do that. Right now, that's the thing that holds up electric, is that unless you're going to drive around town as a little commuter beater car, it's not worth it. So to me, I will always deal with a gasoline car, because I can just drive to the gas pump, ding, done, go. Just keep on going. That's the difference. COD is going on mobile. My cord is the same. Yeah, like the higher end ones will have the jewel light LEDs, and they're so damn bright. And I drive with the fog lights the entire time on, so I get super bright light. I want people to see me, so my turn lights are so flippin' bright that so my turn lights and brake lights are the extreme bright lights, LEDs that you could get. There was a standard one and there was a brighter one. And I was like, hell no, there's so many wrecks I see in Kissimmee because these badass drivers here suck, that I want people to know when I'm braking and know when I'm actually making a turn. So that's generally what I like. Where can I get the LED back and interior lights from? Now I got mine from TypeRLEDs.com. I don't know if your lights or LEDs are the exact same thing, but mine are from TypeRLEDs.com. They have full packages for Type R's. Again, you just need to make sure that your lights sockets are the same. I'm sure they are because let's face it, they're all Hondas. And so I'm sure the light bulbs are the same for the interior, but it ran me, I think, $140 for all the lights. So that's full interior plus brake light, turn signal, and rear reverse lights. So reverse lights. And it was like $140, $150 ship for all lights, which was like 6 different sets of lights. So to me, it was a good deal, highly rated, so I went ahead and bought them. Electric cars getting better. They come up with a way to reduce the charge time. I'll bet it'll be another 50 years, 40 to 50 years before you see electric cars in every house. The way technology is going. It is coming along fast, but you're right. You have to cut down the charge time. It's just too damn long. What's a good starter gun? Glock 19, all day long. Glock 19. It's the perfect pistol for everyday carry. It holds, I think it's 12 rounds of 9mm in it. It doesn't have a lot of kick to it. It's 9mm, so it doesn't have a lot of kick. And it's perfect. It'll last you forever. It'll be your kids, grandkids, great-grandkids can still use that Glock and it will still run. You can toss it in the mud, pick it up, and just keep on shooting. It just will not stop. It is the perfect entry-level gun. I mean, if you were a little kid, I would tell you to do a 10-22, but as a man, I would tell you to get a Glock 19. Perfect for a personal carry, whatever you want to do. Tesla's like Android, every debated and proving nothing. One, you have a screen, the Model is 3. Yeah, that's the only problem. I can't do it, man. And until we get to where Honda makes all electric cars and Nissan stuff, but these cars just aren't for me right now. And I don't want an ugly, boxy car. You know, it's like it's got to be sexy looking too. Car looks matter for me personally. So many gas stations now. One of my favorite channels, hey, how often should you change the rear differential fluid? I don't remember what it was, honestly. I don't know if it was 30,000 miles it was recommended or what, Cooper. Obviously, I haven't had a 370Z in over 2 years now. It's been almost 2.5 years already since I got rid of my 370Z. But just go by the maintenance logs or check on there. But I want to say all the fluids are running around 30,000, 35,000 miles. I know the GTR right now, the transmission fluid is due at 35,000 miles. All the fluids are due to be changed. So as soon as I hit 35,000, this thing is going to have all its fluids changed as well. Next will be driving electric cars in the future. We'll see. 45 is going to give you a lot more of a kick to it when you shoot it, Aaron. A 9mm is a lot weaker. Obviously, a 45 is a much heavier bullet. It does a lot more damage to it. But nowadays, you have 9mm that have like P and plus P, and they put a lot more power and expansion on the thing, so they kind of make up for the less weight of the actual 9mm versus a 45 slug hitting you. So as a defensive, a 9mm is fine because it's going to have a lot more rounds, and you can get the expansive hollow points, and you just go with that. All of my personal pistols have hollow points, every single one of them. I don't run anything without a hollow point. Shoot, I don't show a lot of you guys this kind of stuff because I don't know. I know YouTube had a problem with some of the stuff for a while. So you see, this is for my Glock 43 right here. This is my magazine right here, and I'm running hollow points in it right now. I don't know if you guys can see that really good. So these are hollow points in here, and that's what I have inside my Glock 19. So just letting you guys know, that's what stays with me. So usually in my pocket, I have glove compartment wherever. It's usually close by somewhere, you know, because the world is changing. You know, let's face it, it's not all flowers and daisies anymore. You know, dumbasses go into malls nowadays and just shoot up the place, or they go into churches and shoot them up. And if you're not ready for it, it's just like you're just asking for it. And what's a couple $100? The thing's gonna last you for a couple 100 years. Just to be safe on the safe side. You know what I mean, guys? So I don't mean to preach about guns. I don't care which way you guys feel about that, but that's just my opinion on it. I'd rather have it and be safe than not have it and need it. And I'm like, holy crap, one day. That's just the way I've been raised. You know what I mean? Type R have a heads-up display. No, it does not, Ben. Have you played any Red Dead Redemption 2? Yes, I have, but I didn't play enough of it. I have it, but I just haven't played enough of it. Favorite supercar? GTR. But if you're looking for like an exotic, probably on the lines of a Lambo or something like that. I like the Lambo's wild looks I've always had. I thought they were always fun and cool looking. So it'd probably be Lambo, followed closely by Ferrari. A lot of Ferraris have always been pretty wild, and I like those as well. Would you upgrade the sight on the gun? A lot of people do. They'll put the what's it called? The glow in the dark ones on there, but I haven't seen the need for it, so I haven't really worried about it. One in the chamber, it depends when I'm having it as, but sometimes it'll be on, it'll be already in the chamber. But again, I usually don't talk about too much iPhone just because of the fact that, this channel isn't about that kind of stuff. It's all about having fun with cars and stuff like that. I protect yourself, love the ones, 100% with you on that. On your Cooper, it's just like I said, even if you kept it in your armrest or wherever you're going to keep it, as long as you have it with you at all times, that's fine. And you just never know. You just never know, and that's why I like the Glock 43 because it's a single stack. It's literally the gun is that tall, so it just sits there in your pocket, and nobody even knows you have it. It's smaller than my wallet is because the wallet's so bulky with all the credit cards and stuff in there. Red dot. Would I put a red dot on the pistol? No. Is anybody thinking about criminals going to listen to the gun laws anyways? Criminals don't even obey the fence laws. They run over across the border. Do you really think they're going to worry about you're not telling them they can't have guns? It's just stupid as the world. They just want to control more people and tell you what to do. But, we should probably get off that topic anyways. People are probably going to get offended, and I don't want to offend anybody here. We're not here to drive anybody away. We're all friends here in the bigger world, and we're all just having fun on cars. We like to clean cars, and that's just the way this channel is all about. I'm not trying to be the next Hitchcock 45. If you want all that stuff, he has a great channel for that. I love the old man. He's a blast. What do you think of 3D's waterless wash? I haven't even used their waterless wash, so I can't tell on David. I've had good experience with 3D products, but I've never tried their waterless wash. Does my car need to be absolutely clean before yes. You clean it, clay bar it, whatever you're going to do. If you have a polisher and stuff, polish it, but at least clay bar your car and wash it before you put any waxes or sealant on your car. Now that winter's coming to an end, it was never winter here. I don't know what you're talking about, band player. Now winter's coming to an end. Is there anything extra I should do to wash off the salt and stuff from the car? You could always use some proper stuff. Hell, they have Iron X from CarPro that get all the contaminants off of your car. Whatever you personally use, you could go. I know up north they have a lot of those touchless car washes that have the underbody washes. Now we don't have that here in Florida, at least that I've never seen because I don't go to those kind of car washes, drive-through washes. But I know for a fact up in New York and Illinois they have underbody car washes. They'll be fully touchless, and they have the spray that go up underneath your car and clean your car. Maybe do that, but honestly, I don't have to deal with this stuff, but other than that, I just wash the salt off. As a matter of fact, that blue the blue Prelude has seen so much snow, it's ridiculous. I spun out in the snow on the way to Illinois, or way to New York. I remember waking up one day, I was up in New York for between Christmas and New Year's. I stayed up there for a week. And I woke up the next morning, and there was 1.5 feet or 2 feet of snow on my car. You've never seen anything like it. I mean, well, obviously, you northern guys have. And I was just like, where are the wheels on my car? They were completely covered in snow. The snow had gone taller than the wheels on my car. I was like, hot damn. You couldn't see the wheels in the car. You could put your hand in there and chop it like this and push it off the car. It was nuts. I want to say they had 20 inches of snowfall that one night. I'm like, damn. It was pretty wild, but yeah, for sure. 3D1 is amazing, Super Dave. Amazing. Highly recommend. The car is in spotless condition right now. Love it. That's okay. So you almost told us how do you meet your woman. I actually met her on the internet years and years. Remember the guy, if you guys are old enough, you remember chat rooms. That's how I met her. I was in a Jacksonville, Florida chat room, and that's how I met her. And then we met at the mall, and then we went out on a couple more dates, but she just really was, she was really a spoiled brat. I'm going to be real with you guys. My wife is really spoiled. Her parents gave her everything she ever wanted, and because of that, I can see what happened. But so I really wasn't interested in her, so I was seeing some other girls at the same time, and I just said, this ain't working, so we went our own way in life, and I was in Pensacola then, and I was finishing up college, and she was in med school down in the Caribbean, in the island of Dominica in the Southern Caribbean, and she found me on the internet, and she was just talking to me once in a while, and at the moment I was dating somebody, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to probably marry this one chick. She was a crazy chick, and I was like, I'm probably going to marry her, and didn't hear from her again for about 6 months, and then we talked again, and I was like, I'm not seeing that girl anymore, and then she was in Miami at that point, and she's like, hey, you should come up there, maybe we'll come down one day and we'll see each other. So I flew down to Miami, and she picked me up at the airport, and I stayed with her in her apartment for, I don't know, like 2 or 3 nights, and we went out and did all kinds of stuff, hung out, and toured Miami, went all over the place, and then she's like, hey, we should do this more often. I'm like, Yeah, I live like 10 hours away in North Florida up in the Panhandle. I was like, it's not going to happen really. And I said, we're just hanging out for fun. And she said, well, let's start dating. And then I'm like, nah, that's too far. I was like, that's way too far. Miami to Pensacola. And so after about 2 more visits down there, she's like, hey, I really want to start dating. I know it's a distance, but I don't have time to date seriously, so this will be perfect. So I was like, all right, whatever. So we started dating long distance. And that's just generally the way it went down. So I kind of followed her wherever she went for her clinicals and residency in Southern Georgia. And then she got married. We got married as soon as she finished in 2012, and we moved down here to Kissimmee. What up, what up, what up? I like being at home here in Maryland. That is what I do. Go through the touchless wash after the winter and get undercarriage cleaned up. I love washing my truck if you have the right mindset. Pro tip, if driving in the snow, you want more traction, let out 5-piece side tire. Well, thankfully, I don't have to drive in the snow. Like the coldest we've got last year, oh, I'm sorry, it was right on January. We got to 38 degrees, and that was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. When I left work, it was like, I don't know, like 42 degrees. It was like a breezy night. A couple of those nights, we go down to like 40, low 40s at night. And then in the middle of the night, it would hit like 38, 36 degrees at night, and that's all we got to the last couple of days. 3-in-1, not 3D. Oh, the 3-in-1, yeah, the 3-in-1's a decent thing. It's just a cleaner wax, just like the old regular McGuire's old cleaner wax was. It's just updated for 2019. Very easy to remove, very easy to apply, no problems whatsoever. Great water repellency. You're going to see all that tomorrow. Sadly, when I did actually the water test, it was very windy, very cloudy. The clouds rolled in, and so it's not as bright as I wish it was. But I did bring out the pressure washer, and I did get a break in the clouds a little bit, so you will see that as well. But it's done pretty good for it. He really, really liked the results. It did rain earlier this week, and he had his car at, he's a produce manager or some crap at Publix, the shopping center down here. And so he's like, dude, it's amazing. I love it. So he's really impressed by it. I said, whenever the wax wears off, bring it back by, and we'll try something else. So that's our game plan. Good night, Aaron. Thanks for stopping by. I'm in Toronto, Canada. Yeah, the blue car has been to Toronto. The blue car has been in Toronto downtown. We went to a Hard Rock Cafe right downtown by the Space Needle or whatever the heck you guys call it. The Sky Tower, whatever you guys call it, TV tower. I don't know. We drove right through there. I was actually, what's it called? Brain dead here. So we went out to Rochester, New York for one of those trips up there, and I brought her when we were dating. And then we decided, hey, let's go to Niagara Falls. So we drove to Niagara Falls, which is like an hour and change away from Rochester, New York. Right on the border, and then we stayed the day in Rochester there, and then we decided we were going to drive up to Toronto, because I was like, well, let's drive over to Ottawa or Montreal, because I still had a few days left of vacation, and I was like, we can easily do it. Well, we ended up staying the night right outside of Toronto. I forgot the name of the town. We stayed there, and then we drove, and then I ended up not making it up there because time started getting too crazy, and they said bad weather was coming in, and I was like, I'm not getting stuck up in French Canada, so I ended up taking a turn and going down the other side of Lake Ontario. We stopped in Fort Drum, New York with my friend that was in the Army. So he got us on the Army base, and we went and visited them and hung out with dinner and stuff, took him to dinner, and then we went all the way around, back around by Syracuse, and took all the way back to Rochester, New York. So yeah, my blue car's been in Toronto. Would you recommend a wax or a sealant on top of the McGuire's? I wouldn't put anything on there. Honestly, if you're really worried about sealant stuff, just put a sealant on in the first place. Be real with you. I wouldn't use the 3-in-1 wax is fine, but you know, why wouldn't you just put a sealant on it or a better wax that you like better on it? Publix like fancy is fancy. I like it. Yeah, Publix. It's Publix, not CS. Publix. It's a Florida-based thing. They're based out of Lakeland, Florida. So they're one of the #1 grocery chain stores in the United States. It's either them or Wegmans. It's always like a battle between Publix and Wegmans. There is no other supermarket that's better than those two. They are the best. They have the best products. They literally, like, it's the classy place to go to get food and stuff like that. Their place is always spotless. Like, if there's ever a line, oh, we need to open another line now. You know, where Walmart, they're like, I ain't opening nothing. You know, matter of fact, why don't you go ahead and go on break. Make those bitches wait 20 minutes. You know, that's the way Walmart is. Well, Publix is like, no, there's 3 people in line. Open up another lane. Open up another lane now. We need to get people going through here. We need to keep it, and they keep it clean nonstop. It's spotless at all times. And that's the big difference with going into Publix. It's just amazing in there. So, love it. CN Tower. There you go. I know it was something like that, but I just couldn't remember what it was. Because when we were in Seattle for our last Alaska cruise, we actually went on the Space Needle. That was pretty cool. I need to look through his videos and learn how to clay bar a car easily. All you got to do, Cooper, spray it down, load it down with some detailer, and then just put the clay bar on it and put it back and forth until it glides across with ease. That's all you do. If you feel it starting to stick, spray more detailer down. That's it. Just soak it down so it has something to slide on. I need a dash cam and a radar detector. This is going to be an expensive summer, I fear. Dash cam, I bought one, haven't installed it yet. It's I think it's the Acc0rd F900 DR900. I'll show it to you. I haven't even installed it yet. I thought about doing that tomorrow as well. Don't you dare fall over. There we go. Yeah, it's Blackview DR900S. So this is the best one that they make. Right here, okay? It's full 4K in the front and 1080p in the rear camera. So it's a dual camera, as you can see. And this actually is supposed to be put in. I was originally going to put this in the GTR, but now that I'm driving the actual Type R more, I think I'm going to put this in the Type R sooner than I'm going to put a dash cam in the GTR. Permanent. So you guys saw the one that was in the regular one that I like suction cups on. I think I'm going to put that back in the GTR and then put the actual 4K one there in the Civic Type R, because the actual stick-on one that I have, the suction cup one, is full 2K. So it's more than enough. It's like 1660p or something like that. It looks really high quality when it's not been degraded by YouTube. As a matter of fact, when you guys saw me drive the car home and I hit the pothole, that was the suction cup one. I just stuck it on the glass and we were just driving home and you guys saw the hit the pothole. That was crazy. Radar detector, the best one you can get right now on the market is the Uniden R3. There's nothing better than it. Nothing. It's $399. It detects further away than anything. Don't let anybody tell you anything else. Oh, the Valentine one's better. I have the Valentine one right there. It is not better. The Acc0rd picks up, or the Uniden picks up better than anything. Their Acc0rd7900, nope, blows it away. Uniden absolutely smashes it. There's nothing that touches it. For long distance detection, you want to get the Uniden R3. R3 has the GPS lockout, so the sliding doors that keep setting it off, hit the mute button twice, it automatically locks it out. It'll never warn you again. It's just stellar. Freaking stellar. I have picked up cops from miles and miles and miles away. Sometimes you'll pick him up and you're like, where is he? The dude ends up crossing your road like this and you're like, what the? And you ended up picking him up from he was coming the opposite direction. You know, I'm going this way. And he crossed my plane this way and he still picked it up. There's nothing better. And all the tests have proved it. There's nothing that beats the Uniden R3. So if you're going to spend money, spend $399, get the damn one. Get the best one, because the one ticket alone will be $200 and something probably for a speeding ticket, if not more. How do you use an LED flashlight when working on your cars? So AF, I will show you what I bought. So this is what I bought for the actual thing. This is called the Acc0rd79. It's basically like Scan Grip, their solar light, okay? This thing is, basically, as you can see, is ridiculously bright, okay? This is magnetic base, it swivels and everything, and it has two different light settings. This is a full-on squirrel finder. This is better than any LED light that you can possibly get, and that is on Amazon at like $57. Highly recommend that one. Wow, you're still streaming? Yeah, Jacob, some people are still cool and we come and hang out, Jacob. We don't bail. We don't bail on our bros. We don't bail. What should I use if a car's been sitting for a while? You use the strip it all, man. Use that like Turtle Max Power or something. Strip it down to the bone. Clean it all the way back up again. That's what I highly, highly, highly recommend there. You know I like my Turtle Max Power. That's what I use on the stuff, or the Meguiar's version of it. The super cleaning soap. Strip it all the way down, then clay bar it, polish it if you're going to polish it, and then bring it all the way back up again with some wax or sealants or whatever you're going to put. Next time you come up to Toronto, can you ceramic coat my car? That is timely, dude. It is very time consuming. There's a reason why pro detailers charge hundreds and hundreds, if not $1,000+ for ceramic coating, because they have to wash it, they have to clay bar it, then they have to polish it, and if your car is in really bad condition swirl-wise, they have to polish it all. Then they're going to do an interior cleaning, but just the polishing alone takes a long time. And if you want good quality work done, you're going to pay a lot, $500 to $1,000. Get ready for it. It's not cheap. Even the product alone, just the Meguiar, just the CarPro C-Quartz, the 50 milliliter bottle, is $75. So you got 105 miles an hour. Damn it. Have you never heard of a radar detector? Have you never heard of the Waze app? I mean, come on, man. Run the Waze app. It's free. And get a radar detector. And get a good radar detector. No cheap junk. That radar detector will save your tail. Highly recommended. Don't go cheap. So I had the Valentine one in here. It was obviously at one time, it was one of the best. I have the Acc0rd Redline in my wife's minivan. At one time, that was the longest distance detection. There's nothing that could outdo the Acc0rd Redline. It still is stellar. Don't get me wrong. But the unit in R3 that's in the Civic right now is actually better than that. It took it from here all the way up to here. It's nuts. The long distance in a straight line without any hills, we're talking miles and miles and miles of detection. It's stupid how long it is. It's like, you know, they can only really nail you within a couple hundred feet, like 1,000 feet is all they can pick you up at. Well, you figure a mile is 5,280 feet, correct? And if you're picking a cop up that's sitting on the side of the road here in Florida that's 3 or 4 miles away, you have more than enough time to slow down. You're an idiot if it's going off, going K-band, meep, 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 and you're not already slowing down to like 74 or 75, whatever, just chilling out, going by them. Or if you're not running the Waze app, which is free, which tells you where the cops are, if people have already reported it. Are you going to have any more kids? I don't know. It's up to my wife. My wife is very short-tempered, and she's kind of worn out many days by my son. He really, really gets to her, like really drives her nuts, and she can't stand it. I'm coming to Florida in November from the UK. See you. Yeah, actually, we bought this house. This house was owned by 2 brothers from the United Kingdom. They own some security company over there that does internet security, and they are some crap like that for Google and all these other big companies. And they bought this house as their little vacation house / letting their sales reps come here and stay here. They had a Lexus in the garage. And they just said, hey, you can take the Lexus out whenever you come here, and they would let them come here for like a week at a time. And this was the vacation house for their I guess, top people. And it just sat here the whole time. They said they would only use it a couple times a year. Couple weeks a year is all these people did. Most of the year, the house just sat here. My cousin needs this, but radar detector is legal in DC. As long as Cooper, all you got to do is make sure the radar detector is not able to be picked up by a radar detector. The Uniden is one of them. There's a few others like the Acc0rd Redline, a few of those that cannot be picked up by a radar detector. You need to go in there and actually do your research on them. But a few, there's about 5 that cannot be picked up. And they'll actually show you, they have a radar detector, and they'll walk right up to the damn glass and point it at it, and it cannot pick it up, that it's actually turned on. Meanwhile, you get like a cheap detector. I don't care how far you are away. It just starts going beep, 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 and you just kind of like, what you do is you go point it in the direction, and then the direction it's in, it actually starts, it's like a metal detector. So it goes beep. So then now you got to start going towards it. And what they do is they drive towards it with a cop car. They might just try to follow you, and they kind of slowly go around there and they point it towards you until they figure out it's there. They might slide it beside you and see if it's in your window, and then they can stop you and be like, oh, you got a radar detector, bitch. Can't hide it from me. But with these, you'll never ever set off the radar detector. They're completely invisible to it, and you just go right on by the cops that are looking for you. It's pretty cool. Fastest I've driven, probably about 155, 160. I'm in PA though. R3 should be undetectable. I'm pretty sure the R3 is undetectable. I want to say the Acc0rd Redline is undetectable. There's a couple others, like 2 or 3 others that are undetectable, but the Acc0rd is one. Uniden is one of them. The Acc0rd Redline was rated undetectable, and I think there was like 2 others, maybe one from Redenso and another one from Acc0rd was. For sure, tell them, for sure. And again, run the Waze app. The Waze app will save your butt. You can use it as full navigation, whatever you want to do. As a matter of fact, when I plug my phone into the car, it has Android Auto. I can just click on the Waze app, and I can just run the Waze app on, and I can just see the whole Waze app while I'm sitting there driving the whole time and see where cops are reported on my directions or whatever I need. It's pretty damn cool. I love it. Did you hear haircut? Yes, I did yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, I want to say it was yesterday. No, get out, bug. Get out. One of those big old crane flies or whatever they call those things, that mosquito killers. The big old suckers are like this big and kind of like bounce around. They're crazy. I'm in the house right now because I'm just going to get a drink. I'm very thirsty. PJ Masks with the PJ Masks. PJ Masks with the PJ Masks. See how messy it is? That's my son. That's all my son's toys down there. Now you understand why I won't take you in the house. Because it's so messy in here. And I get really embarrassed. You guys want some Cokes? We got Cokes on Cokes. This whole area is like Cokes on Cokes on Cokes. Racks on racks on racks. Racks on racks on racks. Oh, since you're here, you guys want to see out back real quick? I'm sure you guys don't ever see my house too much. I'll take you around. We're just the outside. I'm not going to show you inside the house because it's too messy. And I don't want to be embarrassed by our messy house. I know the garage door is wide open, but screw it. Hopefully nobody will break in. Our neighborhood's pretty safe. Let's put it that way. So we're out by the pool right now. I'll turn on all the pool lights for you guys. Hopefully you guys got a good connection. Well, you can actually see everything. Let me turn it on. There you go. So this is the pool. This is the backyard. There's the swim-up pool bar. So where I just got my drinks from, that's the swim-up pool bar. You can pass food through, and there's like a wall there to put your food on. Back there's like a grotto for if it's hot. You can just kind of sit underneath the house. Hot is there, and this is an infinity wall, so it goes over. The water goes over like a waterfall down to the kiddie pool down, which is only like 2 feet deep. And then back there is the golf course, and there's a big lake behind my house. You can't see it because it's too dark, but the golf course literally runs right behind us. The golf course, the cart path is literally right next to it, about, let's just say 10, 15 feet right down at it. So now you're actually seeing the back of my house, so now you know what it looks like out here. We in the hood, yo. We in the hood. And now you know what it's like. So yeah, if you wanted, you would just swim up here. You sit on the toadstools that are here in the pool, and I can pass you drinks through there. You can see the drinks lined up in there. You can just pass them through. I can pass you food through, and you could just sit there on those toadstools and eat while you're in the pool. So, sorry if it's lagging. Sorry if it's lagging. We'll go inside. We'll go inside. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. There we go. I'm coming back inside. I'm coming back inside. Sorry, guys. My Wi-Fi router is upstairs. So the problem is going all the way out to the pool. It has to go through all those walls, and you can understand why. Like the Wi-Fi router is like right above the garage, so that's why I have a decent signal in the garage. I have the Netgear Nighthawk, so it's the best one you could possibly buy. But when you have all those concrete walls that are around the house, it kind of kills the signal pretty good. So right above the house is where kind of like the game room is at, and that's where the router is at right now. So now you guys get to see a little bit more of my house, and now you get to see why it's messy, and I'm too embarrassed to let you guys see what the rest of the house looks like. It's pretty bad. Audi Q5. King, I almost bought an SQ5 before I bought the GTR, but again, it didn't work out, and you know, what was it? A couple months later, we ended up buying the GTR, so all things worked out for us. But I liked driving the SQ5. It was a lot of fun. A pretty car in that sea pink blue. Beautiful car, but just wasn't the right car for us at the time. Buy Wi-Fi repeaters. Nah, I don't really need it because all I need to do is keep the house. And we were out back of the house, so it really didn't matter. So, and remember, the router's above us. So again, we have all the walls. And I don't need it because I'll be real with you guys, we rarely use our pool. It literally just, we pay somebody to clean the pool. Once a week, they come out and clean the pool, put chlorine in it, whatever it needs. But we don't actually use the pool that much. It's usually the water's too damn cold. The water heater's broken, and because half the house is covering the pool, it doesn't really get direct sunlight all day long, so it never really gets warm for us Floridians. And so for me, jumping in the pool is like, some days. So I don't really like going in the pool too much. I like it when it's nice and hot in there, and it usually only gets to about 82 degrees. And for Floridians, we like warmer water, and we don't like it. Now all you guys are like, I'm from Toronto. I'm from Saskatchewan. I can swim in at 65 degrees. And I'm like, fuck that. But I know what you guys are saying, because you guys are like, that's warm water. And I'm like, You know, you go down in the Caribbean and see if those Caribbean people will come up here. They'll be like, it's freezing up here. And that's generally the way it is. Jaskar, I've used a lot of Mobil 1 in a lot of my cars, but I don't have a particular like favorite brand. But in a lot of my higher performance cars, I've always just happened to keep using Mobil 1 synthetic. No Coke Pepsi. That's a Pepsi, cherry Pepsi there. So this is what I'm drinking right now, just a cherry Pepsi. While I was down there's that mini fridge down there, and that's what I drink. Your pool isn't that deep, is it? The deep end is like 6 feet deep. And then it goes over the wall, as you saw, and then it goes into the kiddie pool, and that's like 2 feet deep. So it's pretty cool. Do you do your own sponges? No, I don't. No, I don't, mind me. I take it to where people do it for me. When I come back from Jamaica, I was like, dang, it got cold. Yeah, for real. Are you Urban Birdman? I don't honestly drink too much liquor. You'd be very surprised, but I really don't drink a lot of liquor, and it's just me. I just don't care that much. About liquor's fun once in a while, but I don't care. Get off me! Get off me! Die! That's right, bitch. Don't mess with me. Big old mosquito. It's that time of year the mosquitoes are really starting to come out. That's why I have the little zapper out there. Big old freaking mosquito like that big, just bouncing all over me, and I killed it. I'm a murderer. I murdered something on live stream. Mobile Wars $12 rebates on 5 courts at the moment. Yeah, I do let everybody else do my oil changes and let them do the service. Like when I bought the blue Prelude over there to Tampa, it had an oil leak on it. There was a seal that had went bad, so he had to actually take off the parts of that engine that needed the seal, the cover, and he had to put that back on there. So, you know, that's just the way it goes. But I had just put some Pennzoil high mileage in there just to let it get back over there because it was dripping on the ground. And I'm like, what the hell, man? And I didn't know that it had a bad leak, and it was all the way at the bottom of the dipstick where it was barely registering. And I'm like, holy crap! So I topped it off. And I drove it over there that weekend, and it's been there ever since. Ever since I bought the Type R, the Prelude has been in Tampa. What do you use to go around the car for touch-up once done washing? Just a spray detailer, or I will use like a spray-on wash. Like I'll give you an example here. Like what I would use is something like this, like a Griot's Garage spray-on wash. Or I would use like a spray-on detailer. Like, example, just something like this, like the Mother's Instant Detailer. This is what I would actually use on there just to take up any touch-ups or anything like that. Like bird poop. There was a small bit of bird poop on my blue car when I got off work the other day, and I was like, oh, hell no, because that'll ruin your paint. It'll etch places into your clear coat. So as soon as I got home, I cleared it off immediately, and I took care of that. I literally wiped it off with my finger as fast as I could, get off a little bit of it that I saw on there, and then once I got home, I actually cleaned it all the way off. I like soaked it down there. Let it sit there for a few seconds, and then I lightly, gingerly, like wiped it up. And then I soaked it again, and I got the rest of it all up in 2 passes, so it's pretty easy. You take your cars to the dealer because, no, I don't take all my cars to the dealership. Again, I took this to a sports car shop that handles all of that, specializes in GTRs. I take my motorcycle to a motorcycle, it's called the Motorcycle Clinic. It's down there near downtown Kissimmee. I take the Civic will obviously be going to Honda because it's under warranty. I bought an extended warranty for that for, is it 10-year, 120,000 miles? It's something like that. Warranty. I bought the extended warranty. It was like $2,200, $2,200. I bought that because I keep my cars forever. But all my other cars usually go over to Tampa. As long as they can drive over to Tampa, I take it over to his house, let him keep it for a couple weekends, and then I go pick it up because he does everything. He doesn't do just basic fixes. Once he's in there, then he sees a couple other things, and then he fixes those while he's there. You know what I mean? Like, so I like that. He doesn't just do I'm just going to fix this now, and I see there's problems in the future, but he'll tell you, hey, I saw this was a problem. I hope you don't mind. I went ahead and bought the part, and I went ahead and fixed it for you, and it's going to be this much more. Is that okay with you? And I always tell him, I'm like, dude, whatever you see while you're in there, fix it all. You don't have to ask my permission. Well, it's going to be like $1,000 or something like that for it. So generally, that's what he does, and that's why I like the guy in Tampa. The results that he does are stellar. Like, he rewired the entire white car when he had that one. He fixed everything on it that was bad. The blue car, he did the 5-speed swap for me on. He fixed everything that was under the hood that he saw at that time when he was in the engine bay area. And this time he's doing everything under the car now and fixing all that because the suspension had some problems along with the oil leak. So once he fixed the oil leak, he started working on the suspension. He's like, oh, your control arm's bad. So I went ahead and picked up that. He's like, oh, your belts were going bad. So I went ahead and put new belts on there for you. He's like, is that okay? I was like, go ahead, dude, whatever you need to do. He said, I was like, you want to put the water pump and stuff on it too? And he's like, yeah, I'll knock it all out. So that's what he does, and that's why I like it. But normally that's what I do. I take it to somebody you can trust. The white Prelude only has a minor surface rust on it. It's like very little bit. Like the guys that actually took, you know, when I took my the front windshield off and they saw there was a small bit of rust in there, the guys that fixed it for me and put new primer on there and put new metal, they gave me a quote of $2,000. So he said, that'll take out every door ding, everything for you. He said, that'll be completely stripped, completely primed, all the way back up. I need that little minor surface rust that's on there. He said, it'll all be gone. And he's like, it'll look like a brand new car. He said, for $2,000. He's like, that'll be $2,000 cash. And I'm like, done. I was like, so let me just get the money together. And I was like, we're going to get that car done too. So that's why you guys haven't been seeing it in videos, because the paint on top of the car, it was resprayed like by cheap Mako back in around 2000. And it's flaking off really bad. So it looks like crap. And I'm not going to show that to you guys in videos because it just looks like crap. So that's why you haven't seen it in videos. Removing tar, Tarminator from Stoner Car Care. It's like a black bottle with a yellow top, stellar product. Or I would say Turtle Wax, Bug and Tar. Amazing as well. It foams up, love it. Good night, Ben. Thanks for stopping by. Going to bed, Dalton, I understand, man. Hey, Adam, how you doing, man? I don't really trust mechanics to change my oil. I feel like they are going to F up something. You just got to find a good one. A good one. 8 years. Are you excited for Scott's new coating? He should be releasing it. I don't know who you're talking about, so I'm definitely not excited about it. How's that sound? Have you ever thought about getting garage door, what? Have you ever thought about getting garage door installation? What do you mean by garage door installation, iPhone? I don't understand what you mean, buddy. Like, we have a garage door. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me, iPhone. I'm lost. I don't know. Yeah, we've already been on almost 3 hours. I probably won't get on too much later anyways because I want to actually take advantage of being home alone and actually clean upstairs, like literally clean it all up. Get my son's toys all downstairs in the toy bin. We actually use his old like play crib, the play pin crib, and we always throw the toys all in there and actually vacuum it up, dust up around the computer and stuff like that, and really make it clean up the bathroom upstairs. And then maybe come downstairs in the living room and actually clean up the living room as well. We'll see. Where did your Surf City soap? Where did you get it? I think I got it. I want to say it was Pep Boys. I want to say it was at Pep Boys, but I'm not 100% sure on that one, Cody. I am sorry about that. It's a stellar car soap, by the way, but I think that's where I got it from. You ever seen Uncle? I don't know if I have. I know the movie. Don't get me wrong. I know the movie you're talking about, but I don't think I've seen the movie. How's that sound? I don't think I've ever seen it. Isn't that with what's his name? It's obviously an early 90s movie, but I can't remember it for the life of me, Adam. Oh, yeah. Love it. Foam panels that fit in the grooves of the door to make it hot weather and cold weather more comfortable. Your garage will work in the cars. Oh, actually, we're thinking right now about this summer. My wife's already given me the go-ahead to get one of those air conditioning units that you put in the corner here, you know. That it's one of those stand-up air conditioning units that you put the tube to the window, and then it has like an accordion style thing on the side. So you kind of you pop the window open, and then you just pop it in there, and then you just put the accordion thing in there to actually vent it out and stuff like that, whatever it's called, to air intake. And that's what we're looking to buy this summer to actually put in here. But I've already priced them out. They're about $350 to $380 for a room this big, and so that's what she's like. She's like, go ahead and get one, and I was like, cool, because she knows I'm always out here making the videos for you guys, and it's already starting to get very hot in the high 80s here during the day. So once we're gonna hit the 90s probably by next month, and then it starts to get brutal in the 90s, and you start getting high 90s every day, and the humidity, it's awful, guys. You have no idea. I want to take my car to this mechanic. He did a bunch of work for free now. He works on my dad's fleet cars. Yes, it will. This guy they call him the Prelude Wizard, okay? He specializes in Honda Preludes, but he can do anything. And he is an old school mechanic. He's in his 50s. He's straight from the island of Puerto Rico. And so he's old school mechanic. And sometimes if he doesn't have the tool, he'll find the tools. He'll find a way to work around and make even his own tools get the job done instead of buying one of those specialty tools. And so he is the man. He knows all the secret techniques and everything because he's been in the game for so many years. And because of that, that's why everybody recommends to bring the cars to him. And that's what I've done, and he's always done great. Hello, John. My name is not John, but if your name is John, welcome, John. Thanks for stopping by. Get the brand that has a penguin on the front of it. Is that badass? And sell them at Sam's Club and Costco. We'll definitely check them out on iPhone. My wife just said to actually go look into it and get one in the next couple of months, obviously, because it's going to start to get hot, and I'm always in the garage. And she's totally okay with it. So we're definitely going to look into getting one. Again, you figure this is what? I don't know. What do you guess? About 20 feet wide deep, and then about 20 feet wide, give or take. I don't know exactly. So that's 400 square foot here. So I got to be able to cover that much square footage here with just one AC unit. So I got to make sure that it's a quality AC unit, and that's what I really got to work on. What should I use as a wheel cleaner, starting as a mobile detailer, or something that's good, cost effective? I really like Meguiar's new Ultimate Wheel Cleaner. For over the counter, it's stellar. If you can get it on sale somewhere, you can get it for cheaper. But the Meguiar's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner can also be used as the iron remover, and it is amazing. Where's it at? There it is. I actually just used it yesterday when I was cleaning the Type R. This over the counter, stellar. Love it. It's like $8. Definitely go for it. Just charge your clients for it. You're gonna have to make all your money. You're gonna have to break down how much you charge and how much product you use per car, how much your time is, and you got to go from there. So you need to be charging double or triple what normally you would use in products, because you need to be able to cover your own investment in it, as well as you need to figure out how much your time is worth as well. How much are you charging? Are you charging $20, $30 an hour? What are you charging? And this is all including your products. So if that product, you probably will use about 5, 6, 7 cars out of that wheel product, then you can kind of start to do the math on that. And like I've been using this new the triple foam wash that comes in the 100-ounce bottle. This is like $13, $14. This stuff is stellar, absolutely stellar. I keep using it. As you can see, I'm using it like crazy. And I love this stuff, and that's a good deal right there. That's a good way for you to knock it out with having some good car soap that comes in a 100-ounce bottle. That should be more than enough for you to use on many cars. So these are things that you should be looking into. But you're going to have to then, how much is your time worth? Is your time worth $20 an hour? Is your time worth $30 an hour? If you're going to be working on a car for 3 hours, or do you want $90 worth of payment for 3 hours of work as interior plus exterior? These are things you're going to have to find. And you have to look at around like the detailers around you. How much are they charging? Obviously, if you get the cheap junk Chinese type ones that are like going to knock it off with some cheap crap, obviously they're going to lowball you no matter what. But for a quality detailer, how much are they charging for this, or this? And you need to set yourself up accordingly. Even if you have to underbid them by 5 or 10 or 15 bucks underneath it, maybe 20 bucks underneath it, kind of get your name out there. And then once you're busy, then you can start adjusting your rates accordingly, saying, look, I'm already busy, so I'm going to start pushing up my rates so only clients who really want my product will actually want me. Once you get to a point where you're too busy, you got to start pricing yourself higher. Otherwise, you will be too busy and you'll be turning down clients. So it's better to you to start charging more so you get more for your time then at that point, and then just saying, okay, these paid clients know how good I do. I bust my tail for them. The best I can possibly do for them. So I'm going to charge them a little bit more. And if you're still staying busy, find a little happy medium. You'll be set. But you don't want to be overworked either. You got the mirror bright white 5 boys. Okay. Costco only sells the quality stuff. And there's cheaply made stuff like you sell. Painted wheels. Yeah, that stuff's great, man. I love that stuff. That Meguiar's Ultimate Wheel Cleaner is amazing. Love it. It's amazing. So, well. All right, guys, let's start wrapping it up here. I know we got 26 people on here, but I do want to get some stuff done around the house, and I want to kind of relax. We've been on for over 3 hours now, and I'm happy that you guys got to hang out with me. I'm happy that Juan got to win the giveaway today. Juan, I will be looking for your Instagram tomorrow. You said you're going to get me, and then I'll try and get it out Monday or Tuesday for you. How's that sound? And I'll let you know immediately as soon as I send it out, so you'll know. At Autumn, pause. We have 39 people in here. 39? Are you guys serious? It shows 28 for me. Yeah, it shows 28 on my screen, so I don't know. That's all I know. We got, Jesus, 39 people. 28, yeah, I thought so. I thought so. So I didn't think it was 30-something. Somebody's blind. I see 28 as well. Okay. So sometimes I've actually seen it lag up where I don't know. Now, here's what I want out of you guys. You guys want me to have that Chemical Guys car wash. I want to see some donations right now. Make it happen. If you make it happen right now, I'll go to Chemical Guys Car Soap tomorrow and buy that from them. And we'll have a video next week. Make it happen. Make those donations rain. Like I'm at the strip club and you're seeing Acc0rd standing there in front of Chemical Guys and you're like, oh yeah, here's $1. Here's another $1. Take that $1. What are you going to do for me? And I'm like, I'm going to get you that Chemical Guys car wash. And I'm going to make a video for it. Oh, how do you like that? And they're like, ooh, yeah. So I want to see all that stuff. 99 cents. There we go. There we go. Throw it. Throw it. Throw it. Come on. You want me to go to Chemical Guys tomorrow if it's open? Or do you want me to just buy it online for you guys? You want me to test that new chemical car wash or the ceramic car wash? Throw that money. Make that money rain. Make it rain, boys. Because I'm honestly not that interested in trying it out. But a lot of you guys keep wanting me to try it out. So I say, you know what? Put your money where it is. Let's make it rain. Wish drug testing was real. Oh, why would I donate to you if you can actually donate to a cause that helps the world? You ruin the earth. Oh my God. Remove. Deuces. I'm out, bro. Take care. There we go. There's another $1. There we go. There we go. Nice. You got 99 cents. Already did donate. Yes, you did, Dalton. Yes, you did. You can make it rain more, Dalton. You can make it rain more. I know, but I know, Dalton. Don't worry about it. But it's funny because I have so many people have began asking about the Chemical Guy stuff. And again, I think it's starting to get to the fluff now that they have. They really promote their stuff too much, I think. And a lot of their stuff is just not that great. I've never been a fan of their car washes. Their foaming soaps are amazing. But their car washes have never been that great. But for you guys, I will do it. You know what I mean? That's the way it goes. So that's the way it goes. First donating I have ever done. Dude, I appreciate that, Jasquar. I really do appreciate it. It's the way it goes, man. I thank you so much, man. I will be looking out for you guys. Not interested in the channel, guys. and not really interested in chemical guys. Yeah, for me, I've tried too many of their products. I've probably spent $300 for their products, and I've never been blown away by many of their stuff. You know what I mean? So that's the way it goes. Have a good night. Love the streams for sure, man. Band for sure. I've donated like $20 each out on the last 3 live streams. You know, I just got iPhone. Don't even sweat it, bro. I love you, man. Don't worry. I'm just messing with these guys because I have so many people have already asked me on this live stream for it. A lot of people have written me on Instagram. People wrote me on Facebook and like, when are you gonna get this? When are you gonna get this? When are you gonna get this? And I've never been that hyped about buying more of their stuff. So that's why I'm just like, if you guys really want it, then go ahead and donate, and I'll be glad to buy it for you guys. But at this point, I've always been like, about more chemical guy stuff because a lot of it's just so hyped up. Juan with the $2. Thank you, Juan. Man, Juan gets some products. Now Juan's like opening up his wallet. I appreciate that, man. Good tires for mostly it's going to depend on your miles, Cooper. You put a lot of miles on your car, like these Michelin Pilot Super Sports, you get 10 or 15,000 miles out of them. They're going to be starting to be dead already. So it depends how many miles you put on your car per year. You know what I mean? So many donations. I know, right? We're making it rain. I don't know how much it is. I'm going to guess around $10 or $11. Can somebody tell me how much the new Chemical Guys soap is? Or, I mean, their Chemical Guys. Yeah. Can anybody go look it up real quick and let me know how much it is for the Chemical Guys ceramic soap? Like, what the fuck is a ceramic soap? Can anybody tell me about that? iPhone coming in deep. Dude, we're throwing it now. We're throwing it now. Go to the Slurpee from the store. For sure, man. From the Indian store, is that what you're saying? For sure, but yeah, somebody look it up real quick. How much is Chemical Guys selling their new ceramic soap? And again, I don't know. I know that the Tampa store already had it in because I followed them on Instagram and they were showing that they had it in, but I don't know if Orlando has it, and even if Orlando's open tomorrow. But if it is, I'll go up there for you guys and I'll go ahead and pick it up, and then we'll make, let's say, a video. Let's say on Wednesday or Saturday. It'll be out by Wednesday or Saturday. When are you streaming on? What? I'm using my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. $16.99 for a fucking soap? For a 16-ounce bottle? Oh my God, Chemical Guys is out of control. Their prices are out of control, son. Oh, that's so stupid. 100 fluid ounces. 100 fluid ounces. $13 and change. You see what I'm trying to say here? And this soap is amazing. Now, do you guys understand what I'm trying to say with the overhyped train? Holy hell. Yeah, it was. It just came out like 2 days ago. Was $22. That's horrible. Horrible prices. Horrible. So I'm gonna need a lot more donations, fellas. I need to see some dollars rain. Like I will tell you, the honeydew, their watermelon snow foam, the honeydew snow foam is really, really good. But this is only like $8 and change. And $8.99, totally fine. I got no problem. But for a 16-ounce bottle for $16.99, I'll rip them in price. I will rip them a new one on price. If you want to see me make fun of them on price, donate below. You'll see it because I'll be like, really, really $16.99. But that's what they do. They sell their products on hype. And I've got no problem. Hey, you know what? It's their business. They have a successful business, and that is totally fine with me. I do not care. But I would never recommend paying $16.99 for one bottle. As a matter of fact, you guys remember 2 years ago, or last year, they used to sell the big half-gallon jugs, right? Wasn't it like 50 fluid ounces or 60 fluid ounces? And it was what? $15.99. Now they're going to sell 16 ounces for $16.99? Are you kidding me? That's just because it has ceramic, supposedly. I mean, come on. You see what I'm trying to say here? That's why I'm just like, ugh. I would never burn bridges with them, but that's just the way I see it as. That's just me talking as a general guy that's looking at it going like, oh my God. Like, do I have any personal problems with them? None. I have no issues with them. But I just feel like that's a huge ripoff, and it's going to be crazy. I really like Grillos. Grillos makes some solid products. He always has made some solid products. I like his stuff. I need to see this roasting. I need roasting. But a bit overpriced? That's ridiculously overpriced. What the heck does a ceramic coat soap have in it anyways? It can't have true ceramic in it because a true ceramic is hard as a rock. You know what I mean? You know what it looks like. It comes in the itty bitty bottles, and that's a true ceramic. Okay, and so it doesn't have true ceramic in it. Does it have SiO2 in there, like a spray? Example. Here, Mothers. It says SiO2 plus TiO2 technology. It's like supposed to be like 5% or some smack like that. Okay. whatever it is. Does it have that in it? No. People called them out. They're like, oh, how much SiO2 is in their ceramic spray? Well, SiO2 doesn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, this is an interesting conversation here. But again, $16.99. This Mother CMX spray with the 25% off discount from AutoGeek was $15. $15. And you all use is like 2 or 3 squirts here and there per section of the car. Love it. I don't know what's going on. Ugh. It's nuts. Adam's ceramic spray is way overpriced. No intention of ever buying it. None. Again, you guys have seen this at the Mothers. Car Pro Reload is essentially the same thing as the Mothers. Again, not that expensive, like $20 or something like that. And Car Pro is a pro level of spray. I'm not, no, I'm not paying $69 for it. It's just, I really think, and again, it gets back to ceramic is the new cool word to use for 2019, ceramic. Nice shirt. Oh yeah, you like it? You like my Star Wars Stormtrooper? We're going surfing at the beach? Yeah. What do you guys know about Star Wars? Yeah, I like Transformers more, and I like Star Trek more than Star Wars, but Star Wars is still pretty good. The latest Star Wars movies pretty much suck balls, but you know, whatever. Like I don't. Ever since Disney bought Star Wars, I've not liked any of their movies. They've all like, the one was okay. The second one, I don't know. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. You know, like the one where they're like on the Death Star, that was so boring. I almost fell asleep in the movie theater. Solo was okay. It was a lot better, I thought. The one where Luke Skywalker supposedly died, that one was lame. I was like, this is boring. They don't do it for me anymore. You know what I mean? They're just not cool. And Disney's going to milk. They said this is the last Star Wars movie. Bull. They're going to drag this out forever and a day, and you know they are. So, ugh. Can you use Mother CMX over a wax? I don't know. I haven't checked that out, but I don't see why not. A lot of the SiO2 sprays are actually meant to be as a topper, so I don't see why not. Couple guys got some GD products, but they're full of bull. Dude, their prices are way out of control. And that proves it right there. Last movie ruined the franchise. Is anyone excited about the new Star Wars 9? Not really. Trek better than Star Wars? I love Star Trek. Star Trek has always been better. It's been more realistic to me. It's more like future-based, you know, and I really genuinely like it. As a matter of fact, when you watch a lot of technology, how it's been done, a lot of them were geeks. The inventors were real geeks that watched Star Trek back in the 60s. Seriously, go watch some of that stuff. You know, like the communicator from the original Star Trek and go, he'd flip it open and go, hey, this is Kirk, Cohen, so-and-so. What do you think the guy got the idea from to make the first cell phones? Flip open thing to talk to each other. It was a guy that was watching Star Trek, and he loved Star Trek, and he wanted to figure out a way how to do it. It's so cool when you see all the different things. There's actually a video series on either it's on Amazon or Netflix that actually has it about all the things that were originally seen on Star Trek back in the 60s and whatever, and the new inventor saw them and decided to make them. Example, you have the people that made the first tablets. What did they walk around with in Star Trek? All right, here, sign this, Captain Kirk, and all this stuff. A tablet. What do they use in the next generation and stuff? When they're here you go, then they'll be looking at it and stuff. Tablets. You know what I mean? Guess what? We have tablets now. All these original inventors saw this stuff, and that's why I like Star Trek a lot better. They grew up as a nerd, and they enjoyed science stuff, and they ended up figuring out a way to make it themselves, and I really do like that. Do you watch Godzilla? I've only seen one of them, I think. That's about it. I watch Godzilla every day, though. I'm like this. Oh, yeah. It's going to kill all you bitches in Kissimmee. It's going to take over Kissimmee. I know it is. Oh, yeah. It's taking over Kissimmee. So it's pretty cool. Auto sliding doors going to track everything. I love it. Where I don't see much about Star Wars being helpful to the future or anything like that. So I don't know. I mean, I know they're trying to work on ray guns and stuff like that, but you know, that all gets down to different types of science and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And like warp drive and stuff, they want to have all that. So that's all really cool they're talking about. Of course, I think we're way too far out in the future from that stuff. But I think, you know, you're going to get somebody that grew up with Star Trek and stuff, maybe down the road that's going to be like, they figured out how to invent this stuff, you know, and that's pretty cool. Like, you know, phasers or whatever. I mean, basically, you're already starting to have, the military is already having lasers that can shoot down planes and rockets. It's pretty nuts. It's in testing right now. but they're already coming out with laser cannons that can shoot down planes and rockets and all that stuff, and they've already tested it. It's pretty nuts when you see it. And it's like, holy crap, those are basically like phasers, you know, they're bzzz, when they blow up, and you're like, holy crap. So that actually is really cool. So we are getting there in technology, but we're still obviously far, far off. So it should be fun. Transporter laser beam, yeah, transporter is definitely a ways away, but they actually said that they've, I was watching a series on that as well. They were talking about how scientists now have found out a way how to transport, like it's like one atom from one to another. It's pretty damn crazy when you think about it. They're only at like micron, obviously, levels, but they're able to actually do it now. And it's like, you know, what holds in the next 100 years, they might be able to actually transport stuff, you know, and bye-bye post office, bye-bye UPS, bye-bye FedEx, bing, it just materializes right in front of you, and you're like, yes, I mean, that would be an instant gratification to the max. You don't ever have to wait. All those car trips, don't have no car trips no more. Step in, beam, we're here. I mean, that's just awesome to think about it. It's great. It's awesome. The gay doctor, Spore Drive. Yoda says it. Do you believe in landing on the moon? Yeah, of course, no problem. As a matter of fact, they just launched, what was it? The SpaceX Falcon Heavy, was it on Friday? No, Thursday. And I missed it. I missed it. I think I was asleep when it went off. Like, you can look that way off the back of my pool, and you can see the rockets go up as clear as day. They look like big old yellow, bright candles going up. That's all they look like from here, because we're like, I don't know, like 35, 40 miles away. So rockets going up from Space Center looks like big orange blobs going up like this in the sky. It's pretty crazy when you see it. It's pretty cool. There we go. There we go. All right, guys. I think we've been on here long enough. If you guys have anything else you want to bring up about topics or anything, feel free to ask below. Tomorrow is McGuire's 3-on-1 wax is going live. I'd appreciate it if you guys all individually watched it. Just let it play through. Go on your multiple YouTube accounts. Go on your multiple ones that you have and let them all play through. That should be a lot of fun for you guys. And hit the thumbs up, leave a cool comment, share the videos, and let's get this channel booming. Where I'm like, I'm a heartbeat away from 28,000 subscribers already. It's like right there. So we're almost there, and I appreciate anything you guys can do for me and to get us there. We're booming. I'd like to get to 30,000 by, let's say, June or July. I'd like to be around 30,000. So we're really starting to pick up some steam, and I really like that. So we're getting there. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the donations. I'll see if I can get over there to whatchamacallit for me. And Pooh, I didn't get to talk to you recently. You sent me the $10 donation. I want to say thank you so much for that. I did thank you in one of my last streams, but if you're still here, thank you so much for it. I got the PayPal, and thank you. Appreciate that a lot. I put it towards all these other products I just keep buying anyway, so thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. And again, watch all the videos. This video tomorrow. Hopefully it does pretty good. It's a McGuire, so it should be decent. And let's just watch the channel keep on growing. It's been a lot of fun. So I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we'll do another live stream some random day next week when I get home from work, and we'll give away some more products. Again, congratulations, one, and I'll talk to you tomorrow about the shipping. And everybody else, I'll see you tomorrow in the comments.